All right, guys, welcome back for another edition of Nighttime, and he's back.
I'm back.
I meant Adam.
Ha.
No, guys, you back, mate?
Yeah, I'm back, mate.
You missed us?
I did actually.
You're only human.
Yep. Yeah, the fun and the laughter that we have here every week. Missed it.
I wasn't saying about you, mate. Although Ad sat in your seat and he enjoyed it.
Got sort of dished out now. It's not ready for my bum.
He enjoyed
So keep out of it.
He enjoyed not getting touched on the leg.
Far out. 2 minutes in and we're already.
It's not me.
You just give me the look.
I was wondering why he enjoyed this seat so much.
No, she just passed it down the line.
Oh, right. Okay.
And obviously joining us, a beautiful crazy lady. How are you?
Good so far.
How's the Panthers going this week? You reckon? Rare and ready to go?
I hope so, but I wouldn't write the Sharks off. It's Shark Week.
Oh,
Literally. Corey's given us filthies.
Get any sharks down the boat ramp?
No. Wales.
Oh, fair enough. How are you, Pugsley?
Oh, pretty damn good. How is everyone?
Good, mate.
Oh, all right now.
Down to the nitty gritty now.
Yeah, been a long day, but yeah. It's,
Business end of the season.
Well, for some of us.
Knights girls are still
Knights
in it.
girls are still going, and yeah. Anyway, Ad,
Hey, Smino, how are you, mate?
bit slow night like an ant.
Yep. had a bit on.
So good.
And a little bit on. So I'm here.
No,
A little bit on,
A little bit on.
a lot off.
Yeah.
A little bit on, a lot off.
Corey had a little bit on.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, it's good to see you all here, and it's you have a bad day at work and a long day at work, but we come here and we take the piss out of each other, but we're all mates and we all look after our mental health, so you know, it's time for the NRL news.
Let's do it.
Manly have agreed to re-sign Anthony Seibold until the end of the 2027 season, and they will officially announce it very soon.
Well, he's done a pretty good job, really. Took them to the finals. Really, they could have probably made it that little bit further. You never know, but next year. Stefano. God, he was a man on a mission last week, wasn't he? Anyway, moving on.
Andrew Johns believes Ponga has surpassed Ben Kennedy as the Knights' greatest signing of all time.
Big call.
That's a huge call. And to be honest, I know BK was a great player, but yeah, does he mean signing from another club? I mean, you got to, if it's not like Chief Harris.
I was just about to ring
Yeah,
words straight out of my mouth. Chief,
you know,
Robbie O.
I don't get me wrong, like, they're up there.
It's a different era.
You're dead right there too, but you know, a lot of people are forgetting what Paul Harrigan did for that club. And, you know, I get Andrew John's stand, but that other stand should be called the Paul Harrigan stand.
Yeah.
And how come they haven't done
He
it?
saved that club from going to Super League, and he single-handedly got us that first ever premiership. So, okay, don't name a stand after him, but there should be a statue at the front of Paul Harrigan holding that shield up.
Yep.
Anyway.
Wayne Bennett has ruled out Souths making a play to sign Selwyn Cobbo or Regan Campbell-Gillard, saying South's salary cap is currently too tight to afford them.
Hold my beer. I don't think you've heard the end of that.
Someone's worried about the salary cap.
Well, that's a first in Sydney. But I reckon you'll find that maybe not next year, but the year after. I don't know. I don't think that's all dead and better. I think there's more to that than meets the eye.
may see how he plays out this year and then knock a few on the head to get him in, or get one of them in at least.
Daniel Saiafiti has signed a 3-year deal with the Dolphins, where they will cover $600,000 of his salary, with the Knights to chip in $200,000.
Good on him. He was pretty emotional at the Knights Awards last week. Realistically, never wanted to leave the club. Probably wanted to be a one-man, And, I know a lot of people said he didn't care about the club or whatever on social media. Bloke up there in front of, 50, or, probably 20. I know, it was a club full of people crying. Probably shows he did care,
Yep.
And, to be honest with him, I sent him a message after it saying, thanks to you. You've been good. Yeah. And all the best in your future. Did the right thing. And he wrote back to me straight away and he said, mate, thanks. I appreciate everything. It really means a lot. So good on him. All the best moving forward. And
You might have more of an idea than me. Why did they induct Jacob, his brother, into the Knights Hall of Fame, not Daniel?
it's one of life's number one mysteries because I didn't know that actually. Interesting.
Knights Hall of Fame was Jacob, and obviously his brother's moving on. But yeah, I just
Considering he was the first of the two that played Origin too, and probably the more games.
I seen the awards, and then that was the next big thing that stuck out, and that actually stuck out more than what the awards did.
Interesting. Yeah, bit of a kick in the guts, I feel.
Probably
Big
the same
time.
reason they're keeping him.
Yeah.
That's still a bit of a kick in the guts. They probably could have went, hey, man, what's done's done.
Yeah.
Here's your time gone, and this is your part. And give to be honest, that probably would have been pretty good for him. Anyway, moving on.
Josh Schuster has officially signed with South for the 2025 season. Funny, is it?
Yeah.
I think you'd be surprised.
Oh, no, I just
think
think he's a waste of money.
Well, he's only on 200.
Oh, right.
There's
Yeah,
not
fair
much.
enough. Fair enough.
I'd like
there's
to
not
be
much-
only on 200.
It's a very low ball deal.
Well, considering he wouldn't sign anywhere for any less than 8. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, for 200, if you can. Wayne Bennett's probably the one to pull his finger out of his butt and make him work. Yeah, 200.
It's only for one season.
Is there a paper bag anywhere
No.
there? or-
No, I
Not
don't.
at
Not with
South.
South. No, if he went next door, he would.
Peter Vlandis is set to conduct a feasibility study into the NRL purchasing their own private aircraft.
Whatever.
Nick Politis is the captain.
I'm sorry. Just remind me, when it comes around to what caught my eye, in case someone has it, I won't mention it now, but if they haven't, just remind me about Uncle Nick.
Yeah.
Just okay?
I've already got that one, I think, what you're talking about.
Yeah, well,
The Broncos have reportedly signed Redcliffe Dolphins fullback Latrell Siegwalt on a train and trial deal for the 2025 season.
see, I don't mind these train and trial deals. Give someone an opportunity.
Yep.
You're on a train and trial.
Yeah. Or a trial and train.
The New Zealand
There you go.
The New Zealand Kiwis have confirmed they will reach out to Sean Johnson to see if he is interested in representing them in the Pacific Championship. With Dylan Brown, Brandon Smith, Jeremy Marshall-King and Kieran Foran needing surgery, we're searching for options now, said Stacey Brown. Sean Johnson has affirmed his stance on returning to play for the New Zealand Kiwis and says he would only come out of retirement if Jerome Hughes was to get injured.
Jerome Hughes would be one of the first players picked, to be honest.
Yeah, why are they?
Unless they want him. Can he play 5'8"?
I think, yeah.
I've
Maybe.
never seen him play 5'8", but I'm
But
sure he could probably do the job.
To be honest, Jerome Hughes is going to be the halfback.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
If not, maybe Leo might get a run at 5'8".
Imagine that coming at you.
Toa Samoa's Test tour of England in the postseason has reportedly been pushed back a week due to Stephen Crichton's wedding. It's understood majority of the Samoan side is attending his big day, which would make it difficult to field a side on the original date.
If it's anything like Turtles, the whole team will be there, and some. Even the ground announcer.
I love the bloke, but that was just a circus, that wedding.
But
Sorry.
what I'm a bit... It's probably what's pissed me off this week was, I can say it. It's past 8:30. We've got the what do you call it? The Pacific Nations. Why is Samoa in it?
It's a very good question.
Oh,
I thought they were.
what are we talking?
Nope. Or
So-
is it? There's one of them that's not in it. Is it Samoa? Or Tonga is out? One of them's out. There's only New Zealand, Fiji, Australia, and
Papua New Guinea?
did I say Fiji?
Yes.
Yeah, Fiji, Australia, New Zealand. Yeah,
PNG?
well, I'm looking the break, but yeah, one of them's not in it. And I think, all nations should be.
Yeah.
Because I love that at the end of the year.
So like a mini World Cup, thing.
Why not? Like, we're talking about learning all these different cultures and stuff. Well, why isn't it in it?
Yeah.
Mitch Barnett is reportedly closing in on making his Kangaroos debut. Selectors met last week to build their initial side pending injuries from the remaining finals games.
I'm sorry, but he's one of the first props picked. If you want someone to handle the likes of Fisher Harris and co, you're going to have someone with that, and he's the man for the job.
Yep.
Well, it's still going to be a hard task, but you need someone there that's going to stand up and have a go. Who else do you put in there? Payne Haas is probably not even going to pick. He's on the injury list, isn't he?
We didn't he play at the end of this?
Yeah, but is he getting surgery?
Yeah, I'm not
Well,
sure.
even so, Haas and him in the front row.
Yep.
Lindsay Collins would be probably one. Comes to mind.
Josh King's another.
Well, yeah, exactly. He should be a debutant.
That's right. Anyway,
Wait,
Good
see.
call, that.
Andrew Johns has praised the Broncos for their retention of Reece Walsh. It's a steal. It's an absolute steal. If he stays on the field, Andrew said, Reece has agreed to a 4-year extension worth approximately $1.25 million a season until the end of 2029.
I'm sorry, but that's a lot of money.
Yep.
I get he's a good player, but he's not worth 1.2 million. Ponga's not worth 1.4 million. None of these players are worth over $1 million. I'm sorry.
Can I ask what Andrew's on?
Drugs.
Seriously.
But no, he's a good player. But I just don't see how playing football, you get $1.2 million for playing 20 games of football. When you're a doctor or whatever, saving lives out there, you're not on nowhere near that money. I swear the NRL should knock back to maximum of $1 million. One player per club as a marquee player on $1 million, and it's off the cap. Anything after that, they can have, sponsorship, second deals or whatever. But I just think $1 million is, 1.25 out of the Broncos cap for 1 year. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's why clubs are struggling to keep players such as Brodie Jones, and Matt Crocker. Is because of this.
In that, if you listen to what Kylie said, if he stays on the field, how long was he off the field for?
Well,
They're still getting
chasing
that
his
kind of
eyebrow.
money. You know what I mean?
But that's the thing. He only has to activate his contract by playing so many games a year,
Yep.
and he can be injured for the rest of it. He still gets it.
Exactly.
So, and then that money's taken away to keep players like I said, for Brodie, Matt Crocker,
Yep.
and co. We're not keeping them because we can't.
Exactly.
Anyway, don't get me started on that.
The federal government have reportedly reached an agreement with the ARL Commission on a 10-year funding plan to support PNG as the NRL's 19th team.
I just had this argument on radio, or not argument, this debate on radio with the Curie FM. When Souths were struggling and they were going to fold, or when North Sydney folded, where was this kind of money from then to save the club?
No.
And now we're going to go to outside of Australia that the Australian taxpayers are paying for. Maybe that kind of money would have been better if it had to be put in rugby league, put in the grassroots of the game.
Yep.
Because I tell you what, buckle up, NRL, because the AFL are trying to take over. And they're putting all the money into the grassroots and the clubs and the juniors. Well, they're putting a lot of money into it.
Nico Hynes admits he reached out to Nathan Cleary for advice before the Sharks game against the Cowboys. My ego is not too big that I can ask my peers for help. It's what you've got to do in life and in this sort of arena, Nico said.
Good on him, but you think he'll reach out and ask Nathan this week?
No, because I heard on the Sports Breakfast this morning that they're competitors this week, but he'll ask for advice off the field, but not this week because obviously they're playing against each other. So Cleary's a very humble bloke and give his time. And
I'm Nathan Cleary. Boop, boop. Total opposite. Tell him.
Yeah, just do up and unders in the middle of the field.
But let's all jokes aside, let's be fair
Mm.
about what sort of a bloke Nathan is.
It just shows he's not a
Yeah,
and good on him for doing it.
and they're good mates too off the field. So
And good on Nico for reaching out, saying, "Look, I need help." You know what? Excuse me, he shouldn't have had to reach out for it. I blame the coach on this one. The coach should have identified this by now and said, "Okay, you're going back to fullback, or you're going back to 14." My opinion.
Wayne Bennett believes the Dolphins are postured to be the next elite side within the NRL. When I look at the Dolphins' future, I have a great confidence in it. It'll be another 2 to 3 years away yet, but it will happen, Wayne said.
And that's why you walked away, because they're going to be winners.
Is that what happened to the Knights?
No, because he fought with his other head.
Every club he leaves, don't they end up in
just
town?
going to say he doesn't have a good record when he's left them.
Mm.
Don't get me wrong, they're competitive already.
Yep.
But, if you thought they're going to go that good, why would you walk away? I think they have got a better coach coming in. This is my opinion. I know he's been great, but I rate Christian Wolf.
And a good signing coming from the Cowboys too. At Fire Finucane from the Cowboys going over the Dolphins.
Mm,
Yeah, so they'll be bolstered.
fair enough.
Wayne Bennett has confirmed Latrell Mitchell has avoided surgery on his foot injury and will be fit for the first day of pre-season. He has also confirmed he will be remaining at fullback. He has also indicated that South will re-sign Cody Walker past the 2025 season. Cody plays to a very high standard, so I don't see any reason why he can't continue, Wayne said.
Interesting.
Souths have reportedly told Lachlan Ilias he's still free to leave the club, but is still a chance to win the halfback jersey for 2025. It is understood the club are also interested in giving him some pre-season time at hooker.
That's what I find interesting. The whole it's honestly, Souths are a bit of a circus at the moment, aren't they? Why would you get rid of Damien Cook?
I'll have him.
Oh,
Not
what?
me personally, but
Yeah, right.
Isn't he coming to you anyway?
yeah, that's what I mean. I'd have him. Thank God he is.
You want to rephrase that a bit?
No.
Oh.
I mean, St. George can have him.
yeah.
There you go.
Did you have him, but?
No.
Have you had him? Moving on.
Stop it. I put my foot in it though, didn't I? I really did.
Stefano Utakamanu has reportedly turned down approaches from both Samoa and Tonga to play in the postseason as he wants to focus on the Storm pre-season.
He wants to focus on Origin. I reckon. You reckon?
Yeah.
Send them back. See.
I think he's unfit.
Belling will get the best out of him.
I
I think-
suppose. Being at
you need to-
Tigers.
Yeah, I think he wants a solid pre-season.
I still reckon also he's turning down to Origin. He wants to play Origin. Can't blame him.
Yeah.
You've got to admire the stuff they go through, like the really fit footy players.
Well, 100%. Like, I know it's a full-time job and they deserve some big money, but I just think over $1 million is ridiculous.
Can I finish?
Oh, sorry.
Thanks. I was going to say I did one boot camp with Robbie O'Davis. I think it was just one because I didn't go back. I thought I was dying. That shit hurt.
What about the boot camp?
Yeah, that too. You weirdo.
I also admire you for getting that name out good too.
I didn't think about it. See,
Yeah,
I just
so
said
there
it.
you go.
Gary just snorted like a big.
The Storm have officially signed Rugby Sevens player Moses Leo on a 2-year deal starting 2026. My brain wanted to say Leota then.
What's he like?
He's Will Warwick's little mate that he's been coaxing for a little while.
Righto. Interesting.
He's probably just as high as Warwick, just as fast and
Well,
just
can
as
I
strong.
just say something there? You said little. Warwick's not little.
Oh, big.
Okay.
Little big mate.
Okay.
You know, like how big he is.
Mm.
He's not little. He's little big.
Gary, check him out.
The Queensland Maroons have awarded the Ron McAuliffe Medal to Tom Dearden, which recognises him as their best and fairest player for the 2024 Origin Series.
He's a good player. I like
Yep.
him.
Here he is. Broncos miss him. The Dolphins have awarded the Arthur Beetson Medal to Max Plath, which recognises him as their best player for the 2024 season.
Can't argue with that, to be honest.
Very consistent.
Mr. Underrated too at times, I think. Does just a little your things that you need, but it probably doesn't get the line because there's hammers and in the. So I think that's well
I
deserved.
reckon he's better than his old man,
Oh, that's a big call. His old man was a good player.
Johnny Plath.
Sifa Talakai has made his ambitions of playing for Tonga in the Pacific Championship this year clear. There's not another jumper apart from the Sharks that I want to put on more than the Tongan jumper, he said.
I really admire that. For someone like that, that's really passionate about their country, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And, that's why I love so much watching the Fijians and the Samoan and the New Zealand, isn't it? When they do their harkers and Fijian hymn. You look at the tears rolling down the eyes of them blokes and the passion.
What's Payne Haas?
A would-be warrior.
No. What nationality is he?
Aussie.
No, he was going to pledge his allegiance to something else.
Oh, was he?
before
He's
he got
Australian.
injured.
He's Australian. He plays for Australia, but
Might be background like his
Yeah, might have
ancestors or something. But
you'd
yeah.
have to.
He's not Torres Strait Islander, is he?
He's only born in the radio.
Yeah.
I know
I'll have to look that up. I
Would-be
did
warrior.
see it.
Yeah.
I did see
Yeah,
it.
we'll have to look at that in the break. And
He wants to put on a Tongan jumper, so there's a Tongan side in.
No, but they're doing England. I thought they were touring.
Okay,
I know it's one of them.
Yeah.
find out in the break.
You got a lot to do on the break, guys.
I have.
Souths have extended the contracts of Shaq Mitchell and Ben Lovett until the end of the 2025 season.
Yeah, I think Shaq's probably proved himself for another contract.
Yeah.
The Raiders have reportedly released Adrian Trevelyan from his contract. His next club is yet to be revealed. Do we know
Silly
much?
move. Silly move.
Oh, really? You good?
I reckon he's all right.
There you go. The Titans are reportedly interested in signing Brodie Jones from 2025 onwards. It appears his future is set between the Dolphins or the Titans at this stage. We're all looking at...
Excuse me,
I'm not
mister.
saying nothing.
Excuse me,
All I'm
Mr.
saying-
Smith. Excuse me. Can you add to that at all? Pretty please.
All I say is don't believe everything you read.
Would you like me to get a scoop at the Nines for you?
I can tell you off air.
Is Dolphins 100%? Or is this the Titans come along
Or is
with
he a
another?
10-man Titan? He just touched his nose. What's that mean?
No,
Is it safe?
don't
to say,
believe everything you hear. That's all
Is
I
it
say.
safe to say that he won't be at Newcastle next year?
Yes.
That's still a possibility.
Right.
That's not dead and buried.
Right.
But one of them clubs is.
I'll interview him
That's
in the
all
off
I'll say.
season.
You heard it first here.
I'll tell you what.
Well, they didn't because
I
he's
was-
not saying
I
anything.
spoke to Brady. Okay. I'll put a bit out there. I spoke to Brady today. Just had a little general chit chat about his future and and I said, we'll catch up for a beer soon. He said, most definitely. So I'll tell you what, I'll throw it out there, see if we can get him on before the end of the year. And yeah. But all I'll say is I can't say too much, obviously, because it's not my place to say. But don't believe everything you read.
So all this that Kylie's done, we don't
No.
No.
take it with a grain of salt.
No. Well, most of that is, but
Yeah, I'm joking.
what I'm saying is, okay, one club isn't in the running anymore. Put it that way. Like, yeah. As from tonight.
Don't believe everything you read, but if you come across my statuses, they're 99% true. Portia did say that.
And amongst other things.
And apparently he's not a victim.
Yeah, true.
But no, I'm not. I know. I'm trying to get across it without putting out there what I'm not supposed to. But
Well, you may as well stop now because
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
next.
Next one.
Nico Hynes has responded to his haters and critics by saying, I'm not worried about it. I've got a good, healthy life. I've got really good people around me. My life isn't defined by an 80-minute game of football.
He's got a new missus too.
Got a new one.
So is Ponga. I hope
Ponga
he means
can-
that, though, because mental health is a thing, and he's
100%.
copped
Yeah,
a
no,
lot of-
100% he's.
lot of
Yeah.
Nick
crap.
has a good dude.
Yeah, I spoke about this on radio just before we come on, and I said about his mental health issues, and like it could affect him big time.
It would.
And-
Even if you said it's not, some
That's
part
right.
would get to you.
But why didn't the coach come and say, "Look, I can see this is affecting you. You need to go back to 14, or you need to go back to 1"? Because I'm telling you, Nico at 7 this weekend is not going to work. His mind is not in the right place.
Well, if Braden Trindle's on like last weekend.
But they need to go back to the halves they had a few weeks ago to have any chance of beating Penrith. And Nico's mind is not, I feel sorry for the bloke. And to throw him up against Nathan Cleary, if he's not right and co, I think is an absolute disgrace as a coach. Put him back to 14 or look after the bloke's mental health. I don't want to come out here in on Monday after if he's had a bad game and hear something dreadful about Nico Hynes.
Exactly.
And this is where the NRL also failed. There's no mental health program involved. Yeah.
The Sharks are alive in all 4 major competitions this weekend. They are represented in NRL, NRLW, Jersey Flag Cup, and knock-on effect through their feeder Newtown Jets.
So the women's team's going to go good next year. I reckon they'll take it out next year.
The Sharkies.
Yep.
Is that where Caitlin's gone?
Yep.
Yeah, they've had a couple of losses on the trot lately. So
Business end, that's where it matters.
DCE has conceded the Kangaroos halfback jersey is Nathan Cleary's now. Nate is the number 7 when healthy, but there sounds like a fair bit of uncertainty there with his injury, and that is why I'm going to keep the door open, he said.
Who else would you put at halfback if there's no Cleary and no Moses? That's really...
Is Moses not fit?
Isn't he having an elbow? No?
I thought he would be the number
Isn't
1.
his operation?
Yeah, so I thought he was having an elbow.
No, I heard he wasn't.
I heard he was. I heard him and Lomax and Barnett are those debutants. And
Well, if that's the case, yeah, well,
Why wouldn't you have Moses?
yeah.
I'm happy to...
I thought he was
Cleary
having a...
let Moses in.
I thought he was having a oppo. So, okay, here's another one. Probably been arguably one of the form halves of the competition in the later end of the season. Graham Lewis.
as he pledged his allegiance to Australia, though.
No.
I don't know.
I don't like this pledging of allegiance.
Okay. If
When you
Lew-
sign your NRL contract, tell you who you're playing for.
But if you were
Stick with it.
if you're a selector and Luai was available, you have Luai outside Cameron Munster.
Why don't you just throw fish in that team while you're at it?
No, he's Kiwi.
Fish will be fullback, won't
I
he?
know, but you're just throwing in Jerome Luai, so I'm just adding some extra.
No, but the Kiwis this year.
Yeah, he's pledged his allegiance to New Zealand for the Four Nations.
I have, and I'll be there with my New Zealand jersey if I can find one.
Yeah,
but
bro.
I can picture him waving a flag.
Yeah, bro.
New Zealand flag.
Just for that, I'm gonna find my
We're
jersey.
going to move to New Zealand.
Get a little flag.
Yeah.
A big mitt with a
You
little
watch.
flag.
What caught my eye next year will be Smitter, and I'm proud to go there.
Something we may have missed.
I know some people that missed some stuff, but anyway,
You're going to hope they make it.
they better.
It's the finals we're going.
Hey, if not, we're just going away for the dirty weekend.
Yeah, because it's in Parramatta.
Yeah, dirty country.
No, it actually looks nice.
Pick up a car while you're down there too.
You pay?
No.
Pick up a car.
There's 50,000 car yards in there.
Used to be the place to go if you wanted a hot dog car back in the days.
Yep.
Anyway,
It's reported the Broncos do not have the salary cap space to re-sign both Selwyn Cobbo and Katoni Staggs after re-signing Reece Walsh recently. They will need to decide which centre they prefer to keep. Would they have any salary cap left after Walsh? Haha.
well,
Exactly what you're saying.
I'm not saying anything, but
You are.
Tony Staggs was in Newcastle this week.
Yeah, he actually went down the freeway, Parramatta.
He could have. I'm not saying. No, I don't know.
And he kept driving to Melbourne.
but he was,
Via Cogra.
but he was in Newcastle.
I'd like him on Parramatta side, mate. I reckon second row.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
He could be on his way to Penrith.
Fitting him up a little bit more so he's running a lot more.
He used to be a second row, didn't he?
Eh?
He used to be a
Katani.
second row.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure Staggs was a second row back in the day, wasn't he?
They are.
Now, Penrith have lost. What's his name? Mate, that's
Fish.
Taylor May.
Taylor May. There's some money and there's a spot available.
The McLean brothers are doing all right.
Just saying.
I think it's borderline stupidity though, offering Walsh that much money to not put one of these guys in. That's
Selling
crazy.
Gobbo and Katoni Staggs. Like, come on.
Hello.
Hello, Skippy.
Walsh hasn't stood out.
His eyebrows have.
He's too young. Like, give him a little bit more time.
Apparently, he's opened up his own business.
What's his business?
Browsing things.
Speaking of business, guess who's headed to Penrith with a new food truck?
Spanian.
Who?
Spanian kebabs.
Oh,
Never heard of him. I've got to get out more.
Well, this is true.
well, it would be better than the kebab that you had this evening.
Oh.
Oh. Wait till bedtime.
Speaking of kebabs,
You have off Tucker. You have some off Tucker, did you?
it just was dodgy.
Was he out of a food van?
No, it was at
Could have been. It looked like it.
It looked like I thought LJ went missing.
If the Bulldogs do not sack Josh Adokar, there's a chance they will offer him to the Dragons and force them to pay a sum of money for his services, therefore getting something out of it rather than just sacking him.
Yeah,
Adokar is expected to be handed a 3 to 4 week ban.
I hear it's a possible swap with Michaela Rawalala.
No, not going to happen.
You're
St George can't find the white line, so he wouldn't fit in.
Fair call.
Ooh.
that's not a fair swap.
Is that too soon?
Look, I'd
Adokar and Rafael.
Well, that's what I heard.
Hey, all jokes aside, like,
You been hearing James Hooper or what?
No, I've just read it on my socials. Thank you.
I'd
You
like
hear it here first on the best podcast in the world.
I'd like Josh Adokar.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, Josh Adokar is a really nice guy.
Yeah.
And for those of you who haven't met him, he's a really, I might have had a little joke there, but at the end of the day, too, he's going through some mental health problems. He knows he's stuffed up, but
Yeah, you're right. Personally, I like the bloke.
yeah, but I'm sorry, but if other people in other clubs have been allowed to go drink driving and test positive to, and get away with it, well, it's good for one, good for another.
Yeah. Start a fresh 2005.
Which brings me to my
25.
next point.
Oopsies.
With Braden Trindle set to be on the open market from November 1, it's reported his salary is around $300,000. Several believe he's in for a significant rise, with Andrew John saying the number could be as high as $900,000 per season.
Oh, is he on the white line or is what? I mean, he's a great
course.
player, but he's not worth 900,000.
Probably 6 or 7.
So you're trying to tell me, okay, for example, what's Trindle play? Half.
5,
So, 5'8". So you trying to tell me what's Luai on now? Before he went to sign with
He's
I
on,
guess.
Tigers.
he was on 800 or 900.
So you trying to tell me he's as good as Luai?
No.
He can be.
Not yet.
Not consistently.
It's the media because they didn't give him a hype all season. It's only because they've actually started watching Sharks games. I love this time of year
I
with
wonder how
finals,
many points Buzz Rothfield's give him.
but I hate this time of year with journalists.
Yeah.
Like James Hooper, Buzz Rothfield
Oh, they're
are
bad.
the two biggest germs in rugby league.
I won't say it, but there's another thing. Remind me about something. Yeah, I'll tell you later.
So what I'm going to
We
remind you
remind
of that something
Something
from later.
Something later.
I've got it. I'll write it down.
Write that down, Ed.
It's all good. I got it.
James Tedesco is set to retain his position as Kangaroos fullback. James has led all his teams with distinction. He is a great player and I have always been a loyal person, said Mal Meninga.
How many going to need his head read?
100% he does.
I'm happy for it.
No, I'm sorry.
Anyway, what are you talking about? You just want New Zealand there, so it doesn't matter what
Yeah, well,
anyone
that's
else
right.
does.
Doesn't matter. Like, we're going to beat you anyway. But I've got New Zealand blood in me. I've got,
Nah, 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 nah.
Eating the kiwi fruit doesn't count.
Good one, Carl.
Anyway, So you look at Dylan Edwards' stats. I'm
That's all I
not
can think of.
doubting that Tedesco's played well because he has, but he's been as good as Dylan Edwards? No, he hasn't. And Dylan Edwards is the New South Wales fullback. They go, oh yeah, but Teddy's the captain. Well, no, he's not anymore. It's time to move on. Here you go. I think he deserves to be the captain. And it's Edwards. I'm sorry, but it's not Tedesco's anymore. And I find that a bit ridiculous that Mel goes, oh, it's his because I'm staying loyal. Not a chance. Anyone else?
I think Edwards has got to be there.
I think he's got to be there. I'd like to see Teddy at fullback. The way he's playing, if he keeps playing like that.
No, this
Guys, you need your eyes checked, mate.
But it's not right.
Yeah, I
mate.
do.
You have a look at Dylan Edwards' stats every
Yeah,
week.
yeah, I know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And
He needs to be there somewhere because
Yeah.
if either one of them gets hurt, who takes the fullback
100%. I'm happy for him to be on the
on the team?
team, but the starting one has to be Edwards.
Or do you bring Edwards on later when they start to get a little bit tired?
Nah.
Teddy's a bullhog.
Where do you put Edwards and where do you put Tedesco? They're both fullbacks.
Edwards is an 80-minute footballer. Tedesco's on the bench or reserves if Edwards gets hurt for the next game.
Yep.
That's all he's there for.
I mean, I've seen Edwards play wing, but that
Nah, didn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't do a very good
doesn't
job
do.
of it.
So they're both fullbacks. You put Teddy. Where would you put Teddy anywhere else? If that side nowhere apart from fullback.
I've got a little bit of a soft spot for Penrith, but I'm not.
Little.
That's not there in this rating. It's just common. Look what he done in Origin.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What has that bloke got to do to keep taking his
And I
spot?
always thought Origin teams and then your finals teams always with the roll over into
you.
the Australian team.
Yep,
That's why you're not a selector.
Not go backwards.
No, he's
Might be
right.
running the NRL next year, so you'll lose your job. You'll be a water boy next year. You won't be on the board.
I get promotion, do I?
Ponga has ruled himself out of possible Kangaroo selection to focus on his preseason with the Knights. And Dylan Edwards already playing busted and possibly missing the Pacific Championship as well. Looks like Teddy will retain his test jumper.
Dylan Edwards is fine. Said he said that he will not require surgery and he is good to go.
This is the same guy that played a grand final with a busted foot.
That's right. You'd have to have a busted cut in
Cyclone.
half for him not to be able to play. And to be honest, I was disappointed that Ponga's not playing because I would have liked to have seen Ponga at 14. Imagine Ponga coming on, playing that roving lock role in a tied defence like he did with Origin.
That's a great question you posed out through our chat through the week, wasn't it?
I reckon he would have killed him,
Yeah.
to be honest. I mean, if you're an opposing team, that's a pretty scary thought. Anyway.
I've got one more, and that's a good news story. Moses Leota said goodbye to his family in Auckland as a 12-year-old. He was living in a caravan out the back of his uncle's house in Mount Druitt when he began working as a brickies labourer at 14. Years later, he ran into the Panthers under-20s training in his work boots, cement and mud caked into his hands, apologising for being 20 minutes late. Mistaking their 120-kilo prospect as ill-disciplined, coaches wanted to cut him loose. I went to Moses and asked him, "What are you doing?" Penrith recruitment manager Jim Jones recalls. He was trying to work all day as a brickie and then trying to train, so I said to him, "Why don't I get you a better job?" He did detailing cars for $15 an hour. Jones rang Leota's new boss 3 months later to ask how he was going, and the stunning reply told him everything he needed to know about the unassuming, polite young man.
I like the bloke.
Good on him.
To be honest, like I've always, from when he was coming through, I said, look at this bloke. He deserves a spot because I knew that story. And they're the good stories you want to hear. Someone that works for it just doesn't fall into that position. And you look at him now.
Same happened with Fish. He was shoveling horse poop.
That's right. And you look at, I'll just use Moses here because I'll take my fish goggles off.
Yeah.
But you look at him now. He's got to be up there in the top 10 best props in the game.
Imagine saying hooray to your family at the age of 12.
Tough.
He come over here for a holiday.
Mm.
And, yeah. Anyway,
We're
good on
reaping
him.
the rewards now, though. Family as well.
Yeah.
And I seen a thing there of his wife and him on there that week, and she said, "This is our home. This is our family." So hopefully for Penrith he stays because there's going to be some big shoulders for him to carry next year. He's going to be the enforcer, the the go-to man for Penrith now.
Yep.
Up the front. Oh, he always was a little bit too, but Fush was the main one.
I think Liam Henry will be the front rower next year. With him.
No, I don't
Dean
know.
had Nelson as soft as Solomona coming to us.
Yeah, no, when there was rumours about Nelson,
Yeah.
I said, yeah. 100%.
I'm like, no, he fights. He just wants to fight all the time.
It's another Mr. Hooper rumour.
Big shoes to fill, but I think Liam Henry's got a big future and
No.
a bit of mongrel.
No, I don't think he's ready. He's ready for a bench spot. I think it's your ones like your what's their name? Go on, the Penrith.
Eisenhuth?
No. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. The two, one come from Tigers the other year.
Oh,
Fernayes.
No,
Or McLean's.
what's
No.
his
No,
name?
McLean
Oh.
Sato.
Papa Lee?
no.
Well, he's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aren't
no.
they Fernayes?
No, they're two forwards. They're bench forwards. Lindsay Smith.
Oh, Lindsay Smith, yeah.
And who's the other one? Lindsay Smith and the other one. Oh,
Bring up the team list.
Get in the break.
yeah, he's anyway, I don't know. I can't. It's made a mind blank. But they're the ones going forward. I think they've played absolutely out of their skin this year, and they don't get the credit that they deserve. So Lindsay Smith and
Henry?
Luke Garner.
Oh,
Yeah,
Do you think Scott Sorensen will go in the front row?
Scott Sorensen's injury prone at the
he's
moment.
always injured.
But yeah, Lindsay Smith and Luke Garner. Like seriously, what guns have they not been this year? Oh, don't get me wrong, Liam Henry's going to be good, but he's a 16 or 17. He stays on the bench.
Yeah.
He's still learning his trade.
Okay.
But when old mate from the Storm there, Nelson Solomona, was available or rumoured, like imagine putting him in the Penrith with Moses.
You could be right. They could nail him. Papa Leo could be the front rower.
Could be. No.
In the right system.
No.
Oh, Leo Thompson.
Yes,
yeah, I
no.
know he's coming.
No.
So's Marzi. I forgot about that. It's time to stir you up again.
Well, there's Canterbury boys have been this week saying that he's going to Canterbury. But I just said to one of them, you want to put a wager on that? Crickets. Anyway. So that was the NRL news for this week. So we'll take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, time for Gav's bag. So, is your bag full? This
Very.
week? Oh, fair enough.
I emptied it last week for you.
Did you fill in for me?
Yep, he did it.
Ad's bag.
Did you bag? Did you?
Yep.
Good on you, guys. Okay, if the NRL did buy their own private aircraft, would ticket prices, etc., increase again?
Oh, they don't need
Wouldn't
to buy an
surprise
aircraft for it to increase. Increases all the time.
Yeah.
I reckon it would. They'd put it up somewhere.
Well, I don't know. I just think the NRL's, I'll say it too, like ratings for the NRL for the grand final day. They're going to get big money from the ratings. AFL, through the roof. Okay, yeah, you'll still get big ratings if it's teams like Storm and Penrith playing, but a lot of people like to watch it for the entertainment. If they had a better entertainment, you'd get more and more ratings, which is more money, more, And where's that money going? Where's it
Who are
going?
we getting, Kylie?
Kid Leroy.
Cypress Hill. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Oh, we could do our own version. Hits from the phone.
Insane in the membranes, my June.
Village
I
people.
mean, you could do one. I'll call it Hits from the Dong.
Watch this space.
They haven't had Simon on yet. It's already
It's
started.
from the Tom. Sorry, I've lost it.
Years ago, apparently.
Oh, my God.
When are players in possession who continuously move off the mark or move sideways to take markers out of play be penalised? Trent
Liero?
The flight steward?
is one of the worst with Mo,
On a waker.
Fodawaker?
Fodawaker.
our specialist at it. it should be a changeover if this happens. Thoughts?
Yeah, I do see a lot of them walk off a lot of things need to be policed more, and they're not.
Yep.
But the thing is, as long as it's consistent, it has to be consistent as well.
Yeah. But doing it is cheating, really, isn't it?
Well, it is.
Do you think there will be any major / surprising signings after November 1?
Yeah, Ponga to the Roosters.
Yeah, Ben Hunt to the Bulldogs.
Hmm.
Well, that's already on the card, so.
Leo Thompson to the Panthers.
Bum bum.
Keep trying.
Brian Tote to the Knights. You heard, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, that's all.
That's a hard no. You're not funny. I'm the funny one.
Well, I am. Let's be real. Smile if I am.
It's not a smile.
It's a grimace.
I rest my case, Judge Judy.
She here, is she?
She's still alive.
106. Why does the refereeing standard dramatically change for finals football and the rest of the season suffers with constant indifferences and indiscretions and lack of inconsistency?
I love
Ins.
Because they're incompetent.
Oh,
They're incompetent.
Hey.
Shut
you know
up,
who's
you.
not? Adam G. Where is he?
Not in.
Obviously.
I think he's had a fall. I reckon if he doesn't grant, he's had a falling out somewhere with someone, obviously.
Is it another case of Casey Badger's husband?
No, I just think he's had a. If he's
how
not,
he got shafted?
yeah, if he's not around grand final, I think he's had a falling out. Or just he's probably not listening to what they're telling him to do.
I got a thought on this,
Yeah.
but I have to tell you off air because it's.
I've got a feeling he's a type of bloke that probably not a yes sir, no sir, free
Yeah.
bags full and says
That's what
what
I
he
mean.
said and they don't like him.
He
Yep.
doesn't push certain teams to win,
Yeah.
is what Adam down there is trying to say. So it's going to be a Panthers and Storm grand final
100%.
I got no
because
dramas
they're
with
going to
that.
get the most ratings.
Which
Well-
is sad, really.
Well, it is, but if
Not for us, it's not.
I'm saying if they deserve it, yes, but
Yeah,
shouldn't have any referee
no.
for sure.
benefits to it.
But there's one in for a few different clubs. There's one for Parramatta that's got an alliance to him. Who's that? And there's one for someone else. There's one
That's
someone.
why we come third
I
last.
reckon Atkins,
Yeah, like,
Grant Atkins.
yeah, but what I'm getting at is, how can you say that? But just because his brother's sister's dog used to go wee on Penrith Park doesn't mean you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
how can they say there's an alliance? Oh, yeah, I know it drives me batty.
If Cronulla play against Penrith the same way they played their last game without a halfback, do they stand a chance?
Don't know. They get a duck egg, didn't they? Didn't they score a duck egg last time they played them?
Without a halfback. Was it?
Last week, is that what they're saying? Like, is
Is that what you say? I'm
Yeah.
a bit lost there.
Yeah, me too.
You got the next one there, guys?
Shut up, you.
Huh.
is that what they're saying? Like,
If
If
Cronulla
Cronulla
play
play
Where
against
they
Penrith.
played their last game without a halfback.
Oh,
Their last game.
they're saying,
Penrith scored 70 points and Cronulla scored none in the last two games they've played.
Yeah.
Hynes was out. So,
So do they stand a chance?
They would have had a replacement.
yeah.
It's not like they had no
yeah, but are they
halfback.
saying like, are they saying Nico Hynes last week because he's not a halfback? Is that what that question is?
No, against Penrith.
Or was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
done
Jesus.
again.
That was a good one, that one.
What was that?
It's better than the question.
Oh, you had better than
Oh,
mine.
yeah.
I'm
Oh.
just trying
you
to.
bloody
It was like
schnozes
a
in the
half
road.
light.
Wrong.
I don't
He's
know.
been up since 4 this morning.
Yeah.
I don't
He's-
think
he's got the
I don't think
nod.
They're going to win anyway.
Honestly, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I don't understand the question, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's going to be hard for him regardless. Realistically, let's be honest,
This time-
Penrith and Storm have probably been the two teams of the year.
Yep.
And it showed how good this Penrith can be. And when Nathan come back, one game back from injury. So I'm sorry, for me, it's not looking good for the Sharks. But finals football is a strange
Anything can
thing.
happen. Yep.
I can't wait to see Trent Robinson's press conference.
Oh,
I love it.
we'll get into that soon. But oh, yeah.
Our last one. Does Reece Walsh deserve to be the highest paid Bronco in history? As a Broncos fan, I say, based on this year, no. I prefer to put the money to shore up the halves and bring either Ben Hunt or Sam Walker back to Brisbane.
I reckon Sam Walker will end up there anyway.
Yep.
That's my opinion. But yeah,
Where did we say Ben Hunt was going?
Bulldogs.
Yeah.
They got a sombrero too, by the looks of it.
Right.
But
You got a big kennel.
I don't know. Reece Walsh is good, but he's only as good as the team around him. You agree?
Isn't that like any
Yeah.
player?
100%.
Well, yeah and no. I mean, you look at him at the Warriors, yeah, he was good, but he wasn't that good. He's around Brisbane with a lot of different players, but he's getting this type of money because he's supposed to be the best.
Yeah.
You take him out of that team,
Yeah.
you put him in the Tigers, he's not.
Yeah.
I don't understand how he's getting more than Nathan Cleary.
And on that,
Okay, we'll say, sorry, cut you off.
you're right, mate.
You got Ponga on 1.4, him on 1.2. What's Cleary on?
No, he's on 1.25. Cleary's on 1.2.
Storm,
Wants to be our highest.
and what's he on?
He'd be a mil. He'd
Okay.
have to be.
So
He
he's a mil.
uses 900,000, I think.
So you're trying to tell me that he is better than everyone except for Ponga?
I think it's his marketing.
Yep.
And I
Right
think,
on.
like, as much as I hate it, I think how they can market him outside of on the field, I think that's, and for some stupid reason, I think that's in some of the contracts, like Ponga. You know, he's gone off, made his own business, does this and that.
You're right, but it shouldn't.
But it
Because
shouldn't,
this
yeah.
is about players.
Yeah, exactly. But
So-
I think that comes into it when they sign him.
I think you're right because he does bring
Bums on seats.
girls to the seats. Like
Yeah.
for some reason,
And Corey.
It's like if you don't play, hey, guys.
I don't agree. To be honest, okay. Nathan Cleary, even Ponga, but I still don't think Ponga's worth that much. No player is, but their football skills
Yeah.
bring bumps to seats.
Yeah.
Hey, we won't get into that. Or it could be all bloody night.
I was just going to say, just quickly, if they do bring Ben Hunt to the Broncos, I'd put him at number 9.
Who's their hooker
Where'd you
now?
put Billy,
Corey Pakes, there's
Billy
Blake,
Waters.
there's Moser.
Billy Waters.
So I say Walters. Where's he go?
Yeah, you keep Waters there.
Much as I'm not a fan, yeah, I'd be keeping him.
He's like a Reed Marnie.
Oh, God, just my opinion, like, I just think
Keep your
Hunt's getting a
opinion
bit
to
too
yourself,
old
Corey.
now. I think Hunt's getting too old for a halfback,
He's getting too old for a hooker too.
but he's a better. I've always thought he was a better hooker than a halfback.
How old is he?
34, something like
Pretty old in footy terms.
that.
Wish I was that old.
Same here.
You don't look a day over 21.
Something
Oh,
like that.
really?
He's in his late 30s. Well, not like late as in like 37, but for a football player.
That's it.
True.
That
The
it?
gas bag.
Your bag's empty.
Bag's empty now.
All right. We'll take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys. Time for What Caught My Eye.
Ow! My eye! Ow! Ow!
And just so I don't stir up people's OCD, off you go, Gary.
Who are we talking about with the OCD?
Oh,
Don't know what you're talking about.
We might throw it to Corey first, eh?
no, off you go.
Okay. What caught my eye? The West Tigers is the first club to get a triple spoon in one season. They finished last in NRL, NRLW, and the New South Wales Cup.
Oh, shit.
Done well.
Spoonathon.
3 spoons for the Tigers.
Yeah.
Hip hip, hooray.
At least they won something. Oh,
You got another one?
You want to do the second one? I've got 2. I've been promoted to 2 now.
oh.
Ad's only beginner and he gets 3 or 4. Bit of rivalry. After Jake T.
So,
Travojevic,
yeah, very good.
so it's only got T there, went off with concussion. He was seen on the sideline clapping when the Roosters scored. I think he was way too concussed. No idea how they let him back on.
That's a bit weird.
I thought when I seen the tackle, I thought he was gone.
I don't know
Wouldn't
how he
read
come
about
back on. Yeah.
I seen him walking off. I missed that bit of the game.
Mm.
I just got home and I walked in and he's walking off on it. Okay, I missed something. They never replayed it while I was watching.
Yeah, I didn't think he would come back on.
Must have been a good hit.
Yeah.
Who'd you run into?
I reckon he's head in the wrong spot.
Yes. A lot of people going, oh, no, it was two forearms by Roosters in the first 5 minutes. No, he just got his head in the wrong spot.
You'd probably say that
The
to
first
our
one?
tackle, 100%. Rory Hargrave's elbows into his head, but the second one, Jake's just got his head in the wrong spot, and he's
100%. And Jake will be the first to admit that too.
yeah. But you see, like obviously, oh mate, who was it? The hooker was trying to push him away. Then he sort of realised he was cooked.
Yeah, Connor Watson.
Yeah, and he realised he was cooked, and
Okay.
like he was getting up, and he was just wandering around bashing through the players. And I thought, no way in the world, you come like that. That's category 1 every day of the week, every other.
Oh, 100% it is. But do you think it was a case of case they got through this week too?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Anyway.
yeah. Because 11-day stand down. So yeah, you're probably right there.
I've got 2 as well. My first one is Joey Manu, Satili Tupunua, Sua Wong, and Joseph Suali'i are set to release a 20-track rap album later this year. Sua Wong is the only Roosters rapper not flying the coop at the season's end, but a 20-track hip-hop album set to drop in the summer will keep him and his soon-to-be former teammates together in the studio.
Is it called the Wong one?
Or Mr. Wing there, or Mr. Wong there.
Well, they don't wing the wrong number.
Very bad jokes. Very, very bad. My second one, I was scrolling Instagram and came across a post about Penrith possibly making their 5th grand final. There was a comment from a Sharks supporter saying, I want a Penrith and Storm grand final. I am a Sharks supporter, as I want Panthers to beat Storm because of them losing in 2020. Also, I hate Storm. Someone said, what the hell? Imagine not wanting your own team to make the grand final. To which the Sharks supporter replied, because I don't think Sharks can beat the Storm and Penrith is best bet at doing that, unfortunately. As much as I wish that wasn't the case, I believe it's only logical. None of that makes sense.
How much do they have to drink that night?
Dude, you backed your team right till the end.
100% you do.
When they get out, like me, then I go to the next one.
So are you not going to go to the game because you think, oh, no, I'm not going to go because we're going to lose?
Exactly.
I went to 97 grand final. Well, we didn't know they were going to win or lose. You go and you support your team and push them through.
Exactly.
I didn't have a look at this person's profile. I don't know if they're a child or what, but yeah, people were saying stuff to them.
Did the last name have Roughfield under it? Or?
No, he'd be going, no, Sharks are going to win the grand final.
Right. Well, you never know. They could.
Any one of those last teams.
That's right. You're in it. You can win it.
That's right.
Anyway, Adam.
Oh, no, you upset the apple.
Rude.
Oh, sorry, Corey.
Oh, I feel faint.
Sorry.
All right. Yeah, all good.
That was
here we
close.
go. Want to go with me?
You go with you.
All right. So 2 things that caught my off the field this week. First one was Jeff Tuvey actually was going to threaten to walk out of Manly because over a mate who'd been sacked. So him and Tony Mestroff, who were supposedly good mates, apparently going to have a meetings. But why would you want to use the heart and soul of Manly, that Jeff Tuvey? I reckon, and he's a development pathways coach there. So would you reckon he'd make a coach somewhere?
No. Had his chances.
Yeah.
No good
Yeah.
for me, personally.
Anyway, second one's caught my eye was the little feel-good story that always like to listen to was Damien Cook when he got on the and to South Sydney and all the fans and had a bit of a tear and whatnot. So, yeah, I thought it was a nice little touch.
Yeah.
It was good. Good on him. Yeah. I like Damien Cook. You do too, by the sounds of things.
Oh, well, I hope he's going to be good for us next year.
There's a long pause.
Yeah. That's going to
Look,
say.
got him on pause, did you say?
No, it's a long pause.
Yeah,
a long
I was gonna
pause,
say
yeah.
Multiple choice, yes or no.
Yeah, I think.
2 answers. It's not rocket science.
Yeah, no, I reckon he'd be good for you. So. Adam.
I've got 2. One's the Queensland Rugby League Awards. I know we had New South Wales and they cover it pretty good. The Queensland one's up there. Was won this year by first time from a PNG Hunters player,
Oh, okay.
Jurda Rimbu. I won't go into his history, but it's not a bad read of how he's come to be a football player.
Oh, righto.
And
It's one of those feel-good stories.
Yeah,
Yeah, good on him.
7 receiver one.
Yep.
And the women's one was, or the Steph Hancock medal was Tara Reiki from Western Clydesdale. It's another Queensland Cup side up there. Yeah, so the girls up, I didn't realise, so the girls in the Queensland comp play a comp earlier in the year and then play NRLW at the back end of the year.
Yeah, some of the New South Wales ones went up there and played.
Yeah.
I think Tamika Upton, that went up there, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And a few of them, I think that Romy Tyler's on, a few of them were in the one club.
Yeah.
Yeah, good on.
And my second one, I would have changed my alliance this week.
Oh, the Pickers.
Maitland Pickers.
Yep.
3 teams in the grand final on Sunday.
3 teams. Good.
Macca Jones Stadium, I think the first game's about 11. The Reggies, reserve grade.
Yeah,
Women at 1:30, then the men at 3:30. So best of luck, boys and girls, and get behind the Pickers. They're only $30, them shirts too, so they're still available.
Grab a couple.
Go out and grab a couple.
We go the Pickers.
All the best Pickers.
I'm going to go
Maddie
Lakes and
Landry,
the girls.
Yeah, Matty Lantry.
Mm.
So it should be a good day. There's a couple of buses going down. So there's a few of us ants jumping on the buses and going to support our little brother club. So,
Oh, that's good.
big brother club, sorry.
What are you saying?
Oh, so I'll be following the Lakes for the girls, but the Maitland playing Central in the grand final. That's a big.
Yeah.
Central haven't been in for 70 years or
Yeah.
something.
61
Yeah,
years,
so-
yeah.
Before Gary was born.
There'll be no one left in Charlestown on the weekend.
No,
70 years ago.
I was just swimming around.
Just a twinkle in Daddy's eye.
last year's grand final didn't Maitland absolutely blow South out of the water in the first half?
It'll happen again this year.
Yeah. Matt
all 3
Landry's a
grades.
good coach.
Yeah.
Anyway, what caught my eye other than my beautiful wife?
You were waiting for that, weren't you?
It's on repeat.
It is actually.
Buzz Rothfield, or Slothfield, should I say, starting crap in the media. Just to sell his papers and
Imagine my surprise.
create a headline. What? Was the latest was being Nathan Cleary is set to move to Super League to be closer to Mary. What? Have you noticed he only brought it out because they're playing Cronulla?
Do you know Mary's retiring from soccer?
Well, there you go.
Buzz? Mary's retiring from soccer next week.
She is she?
Yeah. Going to coach Panthers next year.
Nice.
Yep.
She's only on $400,000 a year. I thought she was on more.
Oh, really?
Oh, she's on more than that.
Has to be.
No, I read that.
Oh, soccer's that, but her
Endorsements.
endorsements are probably
Nike.
4 million.
Are you
Yeah.
for real?
Oh, yeah.
4 million.
Oh, her endorsements are huge.
Yeah.
They're probably not 4 million, but they're not
Yeah,
400.
that's
They're,
what I
yeah,
mean,
they're
like-
massive.
Come on. Bonds, undies, there's tradie undies. Come on. Endorsement
Yeah, I know,
for us
it's-
or something.
The
Yeah.
dad bod calendar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'd get on that.
Oh,
Oh, really?
you got a little
It's
bit
not the
excited.
only thing you'll get on.
You can hear that? He got a little bit excited.
There's an idea, though. There's an idea.
The
What, the
podcast.
four of us? The four of us
podcast
doing a
calendar.
calendar?
The dad bod
Yeah,
podcast
can you
calendar.
imagine him at the boat ramp? He would
Yeah.
be Mr. February. At the
Hey,
boat
what
ramp.
about
Yeah.
what about our cameraman?
With his canoe without the paddle.
Me too. And Adam over
With his
at the-
eagle.
No, they'd be in the sink.
Hey, all seriousness, we could do that for charity next year. It's something like that. Smith Family Charity.
I'll take the photos.
There's 6 of us.
That's a dad bod
Doesn't
calendar.
matter.
Yeah, I'm not a dad.
You're part of the gang.
Yeah.
What about the ginger cat?
Yeah,
That's not
Garfield will
very
do
nice.
it.
Garfield
What
will
has
do it.
Porsche ever done to you?
Oh.
I'm kidding, Alan. I'm kidding.
I'd get Garfield.
Because he
Actually,
said
hang on.
ginger.
I've got now you've brought Garfield up. Garfield has put the challenge out to you pair. Garfield.
Garfield being
Yeah, we all know who Garfield
not
is.
the actual cat.
The big ginger cat. He's coming to the go-cast and he's put a challenge out. And do you accept the loser has to do a challenge that he picks or you pick, whoever
Who's
loses.
this between all of us or just these 2 pelicans?
These 2 Pelicans, because I don't think he thinks he can beat us.
Yeah. That's all right.
Do you accept?
Don't judge.
Oh, it's multiple choice. Come on.
Yeah.
Yes or
Yes,
no,
yes.
Chris?
Stop
Yep.
locking eyes first. It's just a simple yes or no answer.
Fine by me.
All right. Done.
Corey's answered for both of them.
All right. So the ginger cat will be watching this, and then I'll yeah,
Chris just gave me the
You
thumbs
better get
up.
on the dinner plates next week, Chris.
leave his others alone.
I'll play with them on the way home.
Anyway, back to it. Yeah, I'll finish it. Yeah, he's never mentioned it before this, and all of a sudden, they're playing his team. He's got to try create something that's not there. Like, come on. When I run the NRL, mate, you're going to get the boot straight away.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't dislike a lot of people, but he's up there. He's got to be up there with that other Pelican that used to play for Parramatta 1 or 2 games.
Paul Kent.
Paul Kent.
Oh.
No, where's he then?
Yeah.
Hugging trees.
His ribs are still impaled to that tree.
Apparently he's got a new missus.
Yeah?
Trees are growing.
She's a nice looking chick.
Anyway, my second one was prior to the Roosters and Manly game on Saturday night. Jared Hargraves went and spent some time with some of the special needs fans. This kind of stuff you don't see in the media, and they don't report on it. All you hear is he's a grub, he's a fug, he's this and that. So good on you, JWH. And, to be honest, love him or hate him, he's been a good servant of the game.
Yeah.
He's a hard man. He's a big man. And if he's on your team, you love him.
I love him.
Because he does, but he's against him, everyone hates him.
Absolutely.
And I'm about to put another one in here because seriously, this is just the most stupidest thing I've seen in a long time.
I bet it's about the same one I'm about to say.
Nick Politis.
Yep.
After the game, everyone's, the Roosters are walking around the ground. So Uncle Nick thinks he's such a hero, and he walks around the ground shaking hands and hugging and waving to people. He thought he was...
He's like the Queen, wasn't he? He was kissing babies and everything he was.
I think she's old. Prime Minister or something.
Yeah, and he's like,
honestly, he can kiss my baby if he
he's
wants
like
to
this.
give me some
Thank you,
money,
Alliance. Thank you.
It was disgusting. He thought he was bigger than the Beatles. Remember when the Beatles come over?
Yep.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he's, he thought his shit don't stink.
Only Gary remember when the Beatles come over.
I was there. What's the replays?
Oh, but
Third back.
Well,
Next to the fence or the tree?
oh, not you, but
it was disgusting, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Honestly, I had to watch it again because I thought, no.
And they were trying to hand him flags and stuff to wave or jerseys and put on. He's like, nah, just totally ignores them. Mate, you're
knob.
Flog. Absolute flog.
at best. I'll tell you, I know one bloke that's better than him, Jack Kelly.
Oh,
Who?
You give that guy crap, eh?
Like, he's been hammering me, and I keep saying, I'll just keep throwing him.
Choose your words better.
I tell you what, his sister's bloody damn tough playing with a dislocated elbow.
So she's playing again next week. Actually, I did ask Jack that last night because I said I'm just put that on the podcast, and she's actually going to play again this week.
That's phenomenal.
I'd be targeting her.
Not as bad as first thought, but still was a
I'd still be targeting her.
dislocation.
Mm.
So, well,
Anyway.
good luck, Izzy.
Anyway, let's start with night of the round, guys.
Night of the round.
Because there's no men's, obviously, we keep going with the NRLW girls.
I'd just like to put a shout out for a friend of mine. She wanted to, she watches the show.
That's night of the round, not shout out of the round.
It's a shout out of the round at the moment. Hi, Court. Catch you later.
Is that your survey girl?
Yes.
Is that only
Best chicken cooker in Australia, 100%.
Is that your only fans?
No,
I've got 2 electric ones at home.
Oh, right.
Well, you want to subscribe?
No.
Oh.
I've been getting some weird texts. Probably is Corey.
he's cool.
Night of the round. Yasmin Clydesdale. Her stats are the best out of the whole team, so it was an obvious choice for me.
Fair enough.
what he said.
Esme?
It was hard to go past.
I think we've pretty much.
Unanimous.
I'm going to go a different one.
Of course you would.
Hang on, drum roll.
I'm going to go Abigail Roach.
Yeah.
158 metres run, 67 post-contact metres made, 2 tackle breaks, 1 line break,
And a partridge in a pantry.
and that's about all. I think it was 10 tackles too, sorry.
That's better than any Parramatta player.
Because they're not
Oh,
playing.
what about Parramatta play? What about bloody LC Albert's kid? Did you see it?
Was that last week or the week before?
That was week 4, I thought.
Yeah.
I don't know, but well,
She might have done one both weeks. Corey.
I had Yasmin Clydesdale too,
Surprise.
but Tamika was pretty close.
I had Yasmin too. 21 runs with 233 metres run. Scored a try, 3 tackle breaks, 21 hit-ups, 95 post-contact metres, 2 line breaks, 4 offloads, 21 tackles, made with 1 missed tackle.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
And I also must give a shout-out to the young debutant that
Yes.
she's played rather well too.
Local girl too.
Yeah, is she?
Yep.
What was her name? Is it?
It was
Evie, wasn't
she
it?
played.
Evie.
There's a lot of
No, it
Evies.
wasn't Evie. It was Evie Elijah or something. Evie.
She played really well. Her stats are up there too. But yeah, Tamika Upton shows her class,
Yeah.
you know. But I think Clydesdale's really stepped up after.
Yeah.
She's been really consistent.
She has to keep going, but she is the key to us winning or losing.
I was going to say, if
on
the
a
Knights
weekend.
win the grand final and win it, she'll be player of the match.
You reckon?
Yep. She'll be
Upton?
player of the match. Nah, Clydesdale.
Clydesdale has to muscle up this weekend with. I tell you, another one that needs a good rap too that doesn't get it. Pettibon.
Yeah.
She smashed. She went over the try line on the weekend with four or five.
Did you see the hit and spin she done?
Yeah, did you see when
Like
she went
to
over the try
score?
line?
Yeah.
6 girls on her.
Yeah. She hit, tackled, spun out, and I was still hanging off her.
And Sheridan Gallagher's playing good footy too. She's
Yeah.
and
Yeah, she's good.
how good was Jesse's? I told you last week that how good Southwell can kick. She's
Kick,
very accurate.
Did you see it? She kicked it out.
Yeah, and they're fading. Yeah,
Bit of Joey John's help there.
yeah.
Anyway, player of the round, Gary.
Player of the round for the men, I've got Braden Trindle, 2 tries and 635 kicking metres. The other part where he kicked and done the run around and scored like a winger in the corner. That was brilliant.
That's off the cuff stuff. That is.
Yep. And in the women, Millie Elliott with a whopping 33 tackles made and none missed. 100% tackle efficiency.
Ooh, big words, guys. Oh,
My man is Braden Trindle.
that's me.
He hopefully he got his good game out of the way last week.
Some of the Sharks did play good last week. Some really good footy, I thought.
And my woman is Zahara Tamara. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Zahara Tamara.
Yep.
Became the first player in history to notch up, the female player, 200 career points on Sunday as her accurate boot helped lift the Raiders to a 16-12 win over the Titans to close out the 2024 season for both clubs.
Ooh, Titans have been disappointed. I thought they would have been up there this year in finals contention. Fair enough. Corey.
For my man, I actually had Braden Trindle as well. And unfortunately, well, I wouldn't say unfortunately, but with the women, I thought Yasmin Clydesdale, even though we had the women around, I thought she was a standout player of the week for the women.
Sure. Adam.
Hello.
When you're ready, mate.
Ronaldo Metalio for the Sharks.
Mulatalo.
Mulatalo. 1 try, 195 run metres, 38 post contact, 3 tackle breaks, 3 line breaks, 1 offload, and 3 tackles.
Fair enough.
And my women of the round, yes, Mrs. Clydesdale, Yasmin. 233 run metres. Look, that's getting up nearly Kelly's
Pretty
area
good,
for a second rower. That's awesome.
Oh, she's more of a prop for me
Yeah.
now. The
Yeah.
second row, because
And she still had 20 odd tackles too. Like,
she's not that big,
No.
really.
no,
but she's
just muscle.
Oh, she's just got a bit of mongrel in her.
Yeah.
Anyway, believe it or not, surprise, we all sitting down.
Yep.
My
Drum roll,
man's
please.
player of the week, James Tedesco.
Did someone else do that?
Oh
for you?
my God.
Yeah, I know. Credit where credit's due.
Oh, well, and we'll see you later.
Hey,
Well, there
Next
was
week.
slim pickings. There was only 4 teams left
Yeah, well.
that played last weekend. So
but hey, don't make a habit of it. You're not going to get it very often, all right? 220.
I do though.
Oh, you will. 226 run meters, 2 line breaks, 3 line break assists, 2 try assists, 42 post contact meters, 3 tackle breaks, 2 hit ups, but only 1 tackle.
Missed.
Special mention to Connor Watson as well, for making the most tackles at 42 tackles and only missing 1.
Now, here's your number 14 for the Kangaroos.
Oh, 100% he is.
Yep.
Yeah. And a stat I missed out on there was about half a dozen dummy passes and hog the ball. I missed on that as well. He does need to learn to pass the ball a bit more, Tedesco.
Yep.
I steered away from. I tried to get someone outside the Knights who were the women's player of the round. Obviously, Clydesdale was going to get there, so I tried to go somewhere else as well. Juliet Robinson, 224 run meters, 4 line breaks, 64 post contact meters, 10 tackle breaks, and 1 offload. So
That's good, isn't it?
So I actually have here, but I'm going to hold it to our last show or our grand final show and give the winner of the night of the round, night of the year, I should say. So I'm going to keep that.
And talking about the
in my,
players'
lucky
player,
box.
doesn't Kylie have to? Because she won the.
Oh yes, I nearly forgot about that. Kylie
I
won
already
the.
told you what I want them to dress as.
Yes,
Well,
he's got to come in pink,
yeah, pink.
and
Just
he's
wear
coming in
pink.
a sink.
Dressed as a sink.
2 on the pink.
What's
one
this
in a
one?
sink.
What's this for?
So you know how the Knights medal
Oh,
last
yep.
week?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's got to go to the go-karts dressed in pink,
Yep.
and he's got to go dressed as a sink.
Well, I'll man up the end.
He can wear pink.
He just wears
It'll be
pink.
3 in the pink.
I'll just wear a dress.
So it's a regular Saturday night.
Yep.
3 in the pink. We're going to be busy in the sink. Jesus.
He can be the plug.
When I come down the hill,
Can you rephrase that?
dress will be up over here like this, and my G-string will be flying. Mate,
Oh,
and everyone will go,
Oh,
I think I'm going to stay home.
and the
that
chicken
day.
giblets will be floating in the air.
Oh,
watch this space.
Yeah, watch Corey behind you too, but
yeah.
I can't wait, to be honest. It's going to be a great night.
What, because Gary's wearing a dress and a G-string?
Oh, yeah, I just threw up my mouth. Anyway, on that note, we'll take a short break while I go to the toilet
To be sick.
to be sick. Welcome back, and it's the week that was without Elliot this week. He's busy on media
Media duty.
duties, so there's not a lot that the week that was either. So we'll duck straight into them. But first one off the rank was the Sharks and the Cowboys. Friday night.
26-18.
Honestly, thought the Cowboys blew this. They didn't turn up, eh?
No,
First half they didn't.
No, I mean, there's
Sharks played pretty good.
yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got some talent on that side that just really didn't stand up, I thought.
Yep. Didn't turn up on
Brad
the day.
Jenner was outstanding.
Mm.
Wow.
I was a bit disappointed in the Cowboys halves.
Mm.
yeah, they're a bit quiet.
Mm.
Wow.
A bit quiet.
So your dangers. I thought the Sharks forwards played pretty well. But they're going to need to play that and probably a little bit more
Yeah.
this week.
I think a lot more, not a little bit.
I thought they brought Hazelton on pretty early too, and he played a really good game up front, and that helped them with Nico and Trindle and go get a bit of a roll on.
But realistically, I honestly thought the Sharks were going to win a bit more than this. I thought they were going to run away with it a little bit. But
Cowboys tried to make a game at the second half.
yeah, no, that was disappointing. Very disappointing. And, you know, to be that close to a grand final, really, you're only one more match off getting to the grand final if you win this one. A bit of a letdown to the fans, I thought.
Two disappointing ends for the Cowboys with Kyle Felt limping off with a calf injury, I think after about, 60 minutes. So that was his season gone. And Valentine Holmes went off with a knee injury, which they all thought he'd done an Achilles. So thank
It
God.
looked like he got shot in the leg.
Yeah.
He shot
Yeah,
him up.
yeah,
running. Boom.
Yeah, so
Hit the turf.
Yeah.
so it's only a broken leg. So
Yeah.
thank God for Dragons fans that when he
Yeah,
comes
be
back
right.
to pre-season.
Anyone else? Anything on that game? Really?
Just on the game, but not on the game. All the experts were saying, "Oh, it's going to be a close game." Both of the games. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be a hard game. It's going to be close, and they're both blown out.
Yeah.
Well, the Sharks wasn't too bad. It was only 8 points, but Yeah, it's
Like you said, in a
yeah,
position they're in, and they should have played better than that.
true.
And your mate, Mr. Klein, reffing 400 games. He's the first ref to do so, they were saying.
Anything to say, Kylie?
No.
Fair enough. All right, there's not a lot to say. Move on to the next one. Roosters 40 over the Seagulls 16.
Very disappointing.
Yeah, Seagulls were very. But in saying that too, when you lose two of your main players in the
Straight
first
up.
2 minutes, straight up, even if it plays with your head straight away as well. So I think that's what's going to happen this week as well. When they play the Storm, they're going to come out and try the same mentality.
Yeah.
But the Storm are not the Eagles.
No.
As we'll get into in a minute. But Roosters, I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah.
Am I convinced they're premiership material yet? Like, are they going to push the Storm and whoever in the grand final? Is the jury's still out on that one for me.
Not this year.
We'll know this time next week.
Mm.
I thought Sand and Stiff actually stood up for the Roosters.
Sand and Stiff?
Sand and
I thought he
Smith.
said sand and sniff.
Yeah,
I thought he said stand and
Stiff.
stick.
yeah, no.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
He's thinking of you.
Sand
Dean.
and Smith.
Sorry,
Dean
yeah,
Smith.
man.
Your brother.
Smith,
Third time lucky, mate.
Yeah, your brother.
cousin of West.
Yeah.
Smith.
But yeah, Spencer, Lenny, and Co are going to have to really stand up this week.
Have
big
you,
ask.
I was just about to ask you about that. Spencer Lenu, the noise that Johnson Thurston's been making through the week about he doesn't think that suspension he got at the start of the year was long
Oh,
enough.
let it go. Let it go. Seriously.
I didn't see the point of bringing it up towards the finals now. Like, he's hurt because the Cowboys aren't anymore. And I've got a lot of respect for Thurston, but why bring it up?
He served he's done his crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He served his time.
Yeah.
He's move on. Like I'm one. I'll put my hand up straight. I don't condone racism in any shape, form, or whatever.
Yep.
What?
No, I was just going to say. So, are we going to relive the past and whatever
He's
happened in Coffs Harbour?
Yes.
Do we keep bringing that up, or
Did he get a long enough suspension?
No.
But my point is, he's move on. He's done the wrong thing.
He's learned.
He's owned it.
Yeah.
He's learned. But the thing is, too, there's more in the game that happens than just that.
Yeah.
Spencer's the only one that actually got made or caught. So move on, let it go, because this is just bringing up more shit, and it's dividing everyone again, and that's half the issue.
Didn't Spencer actually go away and learn all the racism and whatnot to say and what?
That's the NRL had to put him through. Like, that's the thing.
Well, there you go.
Regardless of that, though, he still went through it and he still did it. And look at him now. You know what I
But
mean?
just like, I think I respect Thurston where he's coming from, but I just think it's excuse the French, a shit go from coming into a finals game. Like, why air that back up now to throw it off? Like, yeah, your Cowboys are a good team, they're out, but
But why wasn't this brought up when it first happened?
yeah. Like he said, he made noise, but he's like now he said it should have been 12 weeks. Like he said back then it should have been 12 weeks. Well, you discussed that back then. Like, why are you bringing it back up now? Like,
Does Thurston get
'Cause
20?
I'm like,
Okay, look, I don't want to go into it because I don't want to racism. But there was some stuff in that Penrith Brisbane grand final that was said from another team towards Spencer,
yeah,
and it was let go.
yeah,
But you can't tell me the NRL with all their cameras and all their did not pick that up.
yeah,
Let it go, move on,
yeah, exactly.
and let's get past
So
it.
is that where Spencer might have had a little bit to say this year?
Ezra's the only one that made a complaint? That's why
the
they
problem.
took it further.
But yeah, that's just move on. Like
Yeah.
seriously, it's opened another can of worms and dividing people again. We need more. We need more rounds of multicultural stuff.
Yeah,
To start teaching people things and bringing everyone together as one, not dividing the country.
I wouldn't be surprised too that Spencer and Ezra probably patched things and made it up too.
They have.
But you wouldn't hear that.
No.
No, they have. Well, apparently, it was all. Oh mate, that does my head in. Oh, I like Jonathan first, and as I said the other day, I'd love to pick his brain. But seriously, Jonathan,
yeah,
wake up. That's just
yeah.
creating more shit out of nothing. Anyway, where was we?
The Roosters
Yeah.
Manly game.
Sorry, we went
No,
off track there.
that
but
was
yeah.
good. That's a good
Yeah.
point. But
Because I just thought you're trying to put Spencer off his game, like he's Yeah, there's no need to. Like, he's dealt with that himself, and he's probably got demons as well from it, maybe. So,
Well, the thing is too, mate, like we've moved past this, and
Yeah.
stop trying to divide the country. It's already enough.
Yeah. Through
Anyway,
that.
we might as well do the women's results while we're there,
Yep.
and then get into this week's game.
Yep.
Or take a break in between. The Sharks went down to the West Tigers. Did I not say here on last week's show?
Yeah.
You said it.
Oh, I
I
didn't hear
wasn't
it.
here.
Did you watch it?
yes, they did.
Yep. The Tigers
I
upset
didn't.
them.
I spent most of the weekend in the kitchen
Some
Why?
yummy food.
making just making different stuff. I don't know why.
When are you doing that good Saturday chicken, Matt?
Jesus Christ. Probably
You're not asking for much,
I
are you?
have to do it now, eh?
Well, you've been saying it for 3 years that I know of.
Make a big batch for the grand final show because I'm going to make some corn relish dip and stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm going to be away that day too.
Sucks
Oh,
to
mate,
be you.
just joking.
Anyway, moving on. The Dragons 14 went down to the Broncos 44. This is the NRLW as well. Cowboys 6 went down to the Knights 38. What a good game that was, actually. That was a pretty good
They're in
game.
good form now, the Knights.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, but that Kira Dib, God, she got a boot on her. She can kick better than Jackson Hastings.
I think they've all got boots on.
Oh, funny. You leave the humour up to me, okay?
Gary
Hey,
got
Jake's is just about to come up soon.
Do you think Georgia H is going to be in trouble for a tackle? Or have they...
Surely got. She'll get the option of a fine, won't you?
I
Yeah.
got him a good one on the weekend. Which one was being interviewed? Abigail.
Georgia.
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 Yeah.
And I'm like, after I said, where's her sister? Because I thought they were sisters. I'm like, her middle name's C-O-C-K. He goes, is it? Cockroach? I thought it was funny. He didn't.
That's Steve's sister.
But you thought it was real.
That's Steve's sister.
No, you just liked the first part. You thought it was real.
But you did.
Hey, this is my joke on you, this one.
Hey, I'm the prankster. Damn.
You taught me.
Anyway, the Raiders 16 went down to the Titans 12.
The Raiders had a pretty good season.
I thought they were,
they were-
yeah. They were a bit like the men's, but a little bit disappointing. I thought they would have went a little bit better.
Yeah.
Eels 18 went down to the Roosters 32.
They were there for a little bit.
The kickoff.
Oh, you get 18 points from kickoff. Awesome.
No, he's right. Elsie, poor old Elsie Albert, she tries her butt out. And
Yep.
I think she's let down a little bit this year by the rest of the crew.
Bringing in Newcastle, you reckon?
No, we're just going to buy a few more players.
I don't know.
I'd be happy to sit. Would you?
At Newcastle.
You like some muscles? Well, I can't help you.
I'll give you Russell. Anyway, yeah. So that's the NRLW, I believe, from last week.
That is correct.
So, some good footy. And it's down to 4 now. But yeah, we'll take another quick break and we'll be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back. And it's time for Stuff You May Have Missed. So, the first one, old Bellamy. Look at that. Give him the bird. Good on him.
What's the story behind that?
I'm not sure. Yeah, Stormboy.
That's an old photo.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Still funny.
It's
Still
funny.
very funny.
Yeah.
I think it's the same one when he's also smiling in the same game.
Who's he doing that to, do you know?
Cameron Munster.
Probably Munster.
Oh, it's great. It's good.
Yeah.
Good on him. Anyway, this was.
Oh,
What's going on there? They had to hide to call Leo Thompson to grab for last week, and then he goes, "Uh-oh."
Is
Hello,
that from this
Ruben.
one?
hello, Ruben Hopewadi.
Ruben Rotter.
But hang on, there's only one Hopper, and he's the finger man, so get out of
a
it.
good. That's
But why wasn't he cited for that?
that's fair in there.
Yeah, like
How do
Like,
you
I'm
know?
sorry.
That is
Been there.
that is a couple in the sink.
Yep. I reckon. And Corey's dribbling.
That's down the S bend.
Two particles.
In the S band.
like he was up to the knuckle.
That's just
Like, but why? I don't know. But okay, I'm old mate on the ground. If you shove anything up my dusty hole, I'm going to get up and
Dusty?
I'm going to say
There's a lot
something.
more than Dusty.
You're not going to get up and say something.
Yeah.
I know you'd probably get up and say put more in, but
I'd be like
What's
a
your
cat.
favourite?
I don't think you would get up and say something. I think there'd be more of a physical
well, that's it.
nature.
That's what I mean. Like,
I'd
what
be
would you-
like a cat. You'd have no eyes.
Corey would jump out and go, "Can I have your number?"
No, leave Corey alone.
Meet me
He
after
wouldn't
the
have.
game.
He would have said put another one in.
For a second opinion.
Just cough once.
Should he well truth with Espen then, Gaz?
But no, that's just
Turn your head and cough.
but the NRL didn't even do anything about it.
Yeah,
Right?
it
No.
was all
You know,
big hype on Hopper when he done it.
and all the Cowboys supporters were calling Leo a grub for trying to do a high tackle.
Glad it's not smell-o-vision.
Oh. Oh yeah, well, oh no, that's just done it for me. Like, is that the, do we have an award for the Goose of the Year? Like, when you used to, or when you play bowls,
Mhm.
do you go over and
Put the
do
guy
something-
off.
put the guy off? By, you don't think of stuff like that, do you?
No,
Only when he's bending
not
over.
when he bends over and bowls, no.
You should.
What,
already
when he
think-
stands up.
Later on at the bar.
Anyway, the next one is Radley. Radley rips in,
No,
but look behind him, but
no. You're missing the point. Someone's going to get the sack because
Ready.
they didn't check spell check.
oh yes,
Brady rips in.
yes, gotcha. Okay.
Mm.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Well,
I
And
saw this.
this was Corey at the Roosters game.
No, that was me mum.
Oh,
You're telling your mum to.
Well, she's a Manly supporter.
Oh.
say no more.
No, but that was gold. I like that one. And this is one here. It was on Facebook. I thought it was gold. Well, at least Saab is free to do his 100-metre sprint now.
Fair call.
Is he available to do it?
Well, he's supposed to be injured, isn't he?
mm.
Mm.
Yeah, so another one there.
Brother, ooh.
Now that deserves a suspension.
It's a lady at the Roosters game on the weekend wearing a suit with Jared's head all over it.
Yeah, well, I was just wondering if I could get one with Leah. No, I can.
What's Jared
I
doing all
believe
over her ass?
He's smiling too.
That's rather different, but
Full on.
and this one here in the crowd once a night. Now,
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
yeah, I thought that was rather interesting. But
Seeing the
yeah,
bloke that's holding it to wearing a Roosters jersey.
yeah, I just thought he was
He's
taking the piss.
he's
out
a
of
bit
him.
foreign, actually.
But anyway,
You got his photo taken anyway.
Bit of a self-sledge, yeah, true.
so that's stuff you may have missed for this week. So send them all in. I reckon they're funny.
They go all right, don't they?
Yeah.
What's the
Speaking
best
of-
one? What's the best one you've ever seen? Just quickly.
Oh, I like the one.
Johnson.
Yeah, well, there's been a few like that one. Who needs a good tongue when you got a big willy, or something like that, wasn't
Big Johnson.
it? Yeah, Big Johnson. Yeah, there's been some good over the years. Good ones over the years, but anyway, time for some humour. Again, how can you top those other ones? Let's see how she does it. But
The giblets.
yeah, maybe we're gonna have to have a real big one for the.
I was going to go through them and pick half a dozen out, and the giblets will be the last one.
Well, you got to pick half a dozen giblets out.
Yes,
Oh, fair enough. Anyway, here she is. Joe
down to the
Dooley.
spin.
Corey was rubbing an old lamp earlier when a genie popped out and granted him a wish.
Team Tams, please.
He asked him to make him irresistible to all women. He was turned into a pair of shoes.
Yes, that's a good one.
Short and sweet.
I'll pay that. That's a good one.
Corey
Oh,
moved out from home and into a new apartment, all on his own. He went proudly down to the lobby to put his name on his letterbox. While there, a stunning young lady by the name of Delwyn came out of the apartment next to the mailboxes wearing only a robe. Corey smiled at Delwyn and she started up a conversation with him. As they talked, her robe slipped open and it was obvious that she had nothing else on. Corey broke into a sweat trying to maintain eye contact. After a few minutes, Delwyn placed her hand on Corey's arm and said, "Let's go to my apartment. I hear someone coming." Corey followed Delwyn into her apartment. She closed the door and leaned against it, allowing her robe to fall off completely. Now nude, Delwyn purred at Corey. What would you say is my best feature? Flustered and embarrassed, Corey finally squeaked, "It's got to be your ears." Astounded and a little hurt, she asked, "My ears? Look at these breasts. They're full, 38 inches and 100% natural. I work out every day and my ass is firm and solid. I have a 28-inch waist. Look at my skin, not a blemish anywhere. How can you think that the best part of my body is my ears?" Corey cleared his throat and stammered, "Outside, when you said you heard someone coming, that was me."
That's a little disturbing.
Well, that she heard you.
No.
Oh, that's going to be a close second. That's a close second. Corey, how
I couldn't
could you?
imagine with Delwyn with a 28-inch bust.
Maybe there's two Delwyns getting around.
I should have saved that for the last
You
one.
said you couldn't imagine it with a bus, but you could imagine it with a robe open.
Listening to you.
Oh, the bit that I did a spew bucket, but when Delwyn purred, oh my God.
You do like cats.
Nothing like a pussy.
Oh. Next.
I don't think I can top that one. I should have saved it to last.
Oh, shit.
During one of her daily classes, a teacher trying to teach good manners asked her students the following question. "Adam, if you were on a date having dinner with a nice young lady, how would you tell her that you have to go to the bathroom?" Adam said, "Just a minute, I have to go pee." The teacher responded by saying, "That would be rude and impolite." "What about you, Gary? How would you say it?" Gary said, "I'm sorry, but I really need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back." "That's better, but it's still not very nice to say the word bathroom at the dinner table." "And you, Dean, can you use your brain for once and show us good manners?" Dean said, "I would say, darling, may I please be excused for a moment? I must shake hands with a very dear friend of mine, whom I hope to introduce to you after dinner." The teacher fainted.
Tell me, teacher. That's gold.
Not as funny as the first
Oh,
two.
no, you can't beat that one. That's just going to be hard to topple, isn't it? You got one more?
Sure. A guy named Adam walks into a bar. He asks the bartender named Gary, "Hey, what's with the jar?" Gary replies, "Well, we have a running challenge here in the bar. It has 3 parts. If you look at the end there, you'll see Big Dean. Big Dean is the baddest mother effer in town. You have to knock Big Dean out." Adam looks down to the end of the bar to see a 6'6", 150-kilo guy and says, "Well, I don't think I can do that. What's the other 2 parts?" After that, you have to go outside. Around back is where we keep Big Dean's dog. He's the biggest, baddest dog you've ever seen. You have to go get a tooth out of his mouth. Then when you've done with that, you have to go upstairs. There you'll find Big Dean's sister. She's 40 years old and never had an orgasm in her life. You've got to go up there and bonk her brains out. Adam says, "Wow, I can see why the jar is so full." After a few hours of drinking, Adam gets really drunk and says, "Bugger it," slaps down $100 and jumps up on the bar, runs down and kicks Big Dean square in the jaw, knocking him out cold when he wasn't expecting it. Gary is stunned, as this is the furthest anyone has made it. The man then runs outside to the cheers of the patrons, and everyone hears snarling and growling and grows silent. Moments later, they hear the dog whimper and then yelp. Then nothing. Moments later, Adam drunkenly stumbles back in and says, "All right, now where's Big Dean's sister with the tooth?"
It's an oldie but a goodie.
I must admit, I'm still hung up on that one.
Well, on Delwyn.
No, the joke.
Oh, right.
What, you didn't think Adam molesting a dog was funny?
Yeah, no, it is, but because I don't know.
Because it's Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
Take the piss out of me night again.
Nah. That
All
and the
good,
giblets.
some
That and the
better than others.
giblets. That and the giblets is my highlight. My favourites of the year. Maybe we might have to decide the best joke of the year and relive it on the last show.
I would like to see you in the bathroom with the giblets. And bloody-
Would you?
You're a
No.
sick
You've
man.
got some.
Sick fetishes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you wouldn't like to see me in the bathroom, would you?
No shit. No.
Oh, yeah, right. Not what I heard.
No, it'd be the boat room.
Before I go, I just want to wish Delwyn and Chris, two very dear friends, a
Yes.
happy birthday and a happy anniversary for the last week.
Yeah, no, he's they are really good friends of ours. Good friends of the show.
And they've been married for 20 years.
Holy hell!
How does Delwyn put up with you, Chris?
Chris needs a medal.
You know, he just
I'll get you
travel.
back, mate.
He just goes down to Sydney. That's the problem.
No, but you know, like we all take the piss out of each other and muck around and carry on. But at the end of the day, you know, he's a great guy, and yeah.
What about Chris?
Yeah, I was going to say, and Chris too. But no, he's really good with us with the show and a good help with the show. And so is Delwyn too. So, yeah. So on behalf of all of us, Fluffy and Chris, well done.
And Muttley.
And also, before we go, I'm also going to say a big happy birthday to our resident Ginger, our beautiful daughter Portia that does the clapboard for us
clapper.
too. So,
Double
Happy
digits
birthday.
on Saturday.
yeah, look,
Yes.
number 10.
Mm.
Dad's favourite number. So happy birthday, Portia, and hopefully the Knights will have a win for you. And we've got some special stuff
And
for
the
you.
Panthers, they'll be playing her birthday night.
True. So hopefully the Panthers will have a win and Tamika will have a win for you. Well, your favourite women's player. So anyway,
Have a good one, Portia.
we'll take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, it's time for Talking Schmidt. And caller number 1, who we got there?
We've got Ty Ridley. He's from the Maitland area, Woodbury. So,
Too easy, buddy. How are you, mate?
yeah, good, mate. Good, thanks for having me on.
Pleasure, mate.
Loving it.
Mate, what's your question for us tonight, champion?
Mate, I just got a question for what got you into football? What drove the passion for you to follow rugby league and obviously start your podcast?
Oh, mate, well,
Good question.
bit of a story here, actually. I might go for a little bit, but I went to the first ever Knights game against Parramatta, Gary, of all teams, with my mother, and my auntie used to work for the Knights. So anyway, I went to that game and fell in love with the Knights ever since. And then a good friend of ours and family friend, Gary Harley, used to take me into the sheds there with the Knights, and yeah, just loved it ever since. So it's been through my family since I was a little kid, and then took my kids, and just wanted to. I just love footy, and you know, the friendship you get out of the footy, the mates you meet, and even through the players, some of the players that I've become mates with, you know, that's what it's all about to me. Is you know, love the game, but the mateship and the memories you make at the game is yeah, what did it for me. And then, you know, I've come up with an idea of doing a podcast, and I was told it will never work. So tell me it's never going to happen, and I tell you what, that just fuels my fire.
Still going.
Yeah, so was it? We're in our 4th year now.
Fourth year,
now, and yes, they said it would never go. And first year was $1,000 worth of sponsorship, and now we're, well, if you include the Ute, we're well over that mark, that's for sure. So, mate, and you know, to be honest, just to interact with some of the fans of the game as well, and give something good back to the community as well. You know, for our foundation and that as well.
Oh, beautiful. That's wonderful. That's what
The,
it's all about, too. Bring it together.
Oh, 100%, mate. And, you know, yeah, building the mateship through it, I feel. And what about you, Blake?
Mate for life.
Yeah.
well, the everyone here at the podcast, Taj, I didn't know him from a Bulls Roar before, and like I said, we've been doing it for 4 years now, having a laugh and whatnot. The
Good.
yeah, the if any time you want to come on, if you're down this way again, just tell the listeners a little bit about your footy history too, mate.
Yeah, well, I've been with Knight for, I think they picked me up when I was about 14. So, yeah, just pre-come to high school. I was with them all the way up until last year. I had a little stint at Parramatta Eels. And then I had an opportunity to come back home at the end of the year, so I thought I'll probably take that. And then this year I played with the Jersey League team. Also got to make me cup debut this year too, so I played that 4 games of cup. But yeah, so I played from under 14 system, the Hull Mats. I won the comp with the Hull Mats. Played SG ball. Yeah, I played in all the junior and now in the seniors. So
Good stuff, mate.
Yeah.
yeah, love it.
You love the game. Where you off to now to play?
Yeah, so I've recently just signed with the Sunshine Falcons in the Queensland Cup.
Yep.
So I'm in the middle of sorting that kind of stuff out and getting ready to sort of pack my bags up and move up.
Fair enough.
Will you be ever coming back down for a visit?
Yeah. So I'll probably move in the first week of November. I'm looking around the 4th of November. I'm not trying to move in, and then I'll be back on the 21st of December.
Okay. The next year or something, if you're down in between or whatever, you'll have to look us up, give us a bell, and come on the podcast.
For sure. Well, I've got your number now, so whenever you're free and whatnot, I'm more than happy to.
Sounds good, mate. We'd love to have you on. It's always good to have a good yarn of some footy.
The other part too is if you're available, we'll give you a call and come on Talk and Smith again when you're up in Queensland, if that's
100%. More than happy to.
That'd be good.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's always good too. That's another thing why, part of the show, to hear the stories of people and their background and, where they're going. But yeah, mate, end of the day too, we'll keep going as long as people keep listening and enjoying the show. So, I mean, if we keep getting listeners and people ring up, we're doing something right anyway.
Yep,
100%.
No worries.
Anyway, champion, all the best on the rest of your footy journey as well. And, all the best, champion.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. I loved it. I want to do it again.
Anytime, mate.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Thanks, Taj.
See you, Taj.
See you, lads. Bye.
All right, guys, time for caller number 2. Who we got there?
There you go.
G'day, Michael. How are you, champion?
Yeah, good, brother.
Mate, what's your question for us, mate? I'll give you our resident Storm boy of the panel, Adam. He's a huge Storm supporter, so I'll let him answer this one.
Hello, legend. How are you?
How you going, bud?
What is he a legend?
Mate. Well, I haven't had a Storm caller on here before yet. So
You're getting a bit excited, aren't you?
I am very. Mate, I think we're gonna have a tough game this weekend, but I think we should get there.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the team sheet there before. Like I reckon our forward pack's probably going to match it with the Roosters, but it's more our bench. I think we're going to win it for us. Like Wishart, Welsh, Kamika, and McDonald sort of.
I'm Duran stepped up.
Yeah. He's been ever consistent this year, hasn't he?
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll tell you what, if I'm a Shark supporter or a Panther supporter, because obviously we don't know who's through here, I'm sitting there and I'm going, just bash each other.
Yeah.
You know? Man, I think that's where it's going to happen like that.
Yeah.
So even if you're not a Storm supporter or you're not a Roosters supporter, I'm telling you, watch this game.
Yeah.
Because if it lives up to the hype, I think it's going to be an absolute
cracker.
Yeah.
I think Jerome Hughes and Munster will come out on top.
Hopefully, dude. Who do you reckon will win out of the other game? Panthers and Sharks.
That's going to be tough. I think people will win it.
Yeah.
But Sharks put on for it.
Yeah, I hope it's a good game, not like a blow. Like Panthers played their best game last weekend. I hope they play a good game this weekend. I still think it'd be Storm Panthers grand final.
I can live with that.
Yeah,
I
but
can live with that.
I think like if we get over this weekend, I think we'll go a long way. Of as much as crazy lady might like me say it, but maybe premiers.
If you're there, you're a chance. Put it that way.
That's it.
You know, you got a 50-50 chance, haven't you, really? And realistically, you know, Storm probably been, well, they might have premiers, so they've been the better team all year. But, mate, from a non-Storm and a little bit of a Penrith supporter, a little bit, but I'm a Knights fan, obviously. It's going to be a cracker. That would be a cracking grand final, Storm versus Panthers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're any other team in the NRL, you take them glasses off and you just look at it from a footy sense.
Yeah.
That would be an entertaining grand final.
Yeah.
And realistically, I would think that maybe the Storm would start slight favourites, but it'd be pretty close.
Yeah.
Like, it would be a cracker of a game, I reckon.
At the beginning of the season,
Yeah.
I mean, we've got to get through this weekend. For all we know, the Roosters could pull your pants down, and the Sharks could pull the pants down. And, you know, we all look like gooses. But finals is a weird thing. So, mate, all the best to the Storm. I think they're going to go all right. Personally, I think they'll beat the Roosters. But you know, the matches up that I'm interested to look at is
the 8.
The 8 through to 17.
Yeah.
You know, your Hargraves, Nelson, the Safa Solomona, like that in itself. And then, you know, your Spencer and Linu, Joshy King will step up. I reckon you'll see Victor Radley or Jaraboya Hargraves sent off. Honestly, I think it's going to get that crazy. Yeah. And, you know, I love it. I shouldn't say it because the Roosters and, you know, Storm, not my team, but I'm getting a little too excited. You know, I love this kind of physicality football.
Yeah.
I've got a mate that'll give me carried. If the Roosters get up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a cracker, man. But all the best to your Storm, and hopefully that answered your question, champion.
Yeah, thank you very much, mate.
All the best, mate, and may the best team win, I suppose. And then hope you enjoy the rest of the show, champion.
Yeah.
No worries. Thanks for your call, mate.
All right,
See you, bud.
All right.
All right, guys, caller number 3. Who we got?
Charlie,
Hey, Charlie, how are you, champion?
Not bad, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad at all, mate. What's your question for us, champion?
Mate, if you were Trent Robinson, how are you going to go down the Storm down the ground?
I sit down Jared Weir Hargraves. I sit down Angus Crichton, Lindsay Collins,
Radley,
Connor.
and that in a group, and I put Spencer in another corner. I sit down to that group and I say, you go out there straight away, and I'd say, you go for gold. Like, and just rip into him from the start. And then I go over to Spencer and I say, Spencer, when you get on there, I want that craziness to come out. And that's the only way to beat him, I reckon, is to be physical and left nothing under in the tank. I'm hoping it's going to be like when was it South's Roosters game? When there was quite a few send-offs, and I'm hoping it's going to be as physical and as rough as that. I mean, from a non-supporter of either team, so to speak, I'd like some players in each team, but I mean that's going to be an epic game to watch.
I mean, if you look at the markets, it's in the Roosters absolutely I mean, Melbourne $6.60.
That's all right, mate.
You've got.
Sorry, mate.
I was saying, $20 and another $4. I mean, dominant.
Yeah.
Mm.
They have been all season, but at the same time, I think half the time the bookies go off the records that, Roosters haven't really beaten Melbourne down in Melbourne for a while.
Mm. It will be hard to beat them down there, but finals football is a different thing, as we all know. But I think that's where it's going to be won. If the Roosters can't match it in their forwards, Melbourne will run away with it, I think.
That's what I'm thinking.
But yeah, I mean, I like the Roosters pack, but I also like the Storm pack. So I mean, it's going to be an epic game.
I think it'll be a great game, but I just think that Melbourne's just got too much class all over the park.
Oh, 100%. And there's a reason why they finished premiers, or minor premiers. But finals football, mate, anything can happen.
It's another beast, isn't it?
I remember the final series, there was so much gap between what was the second and the rest of the top 8.
Yeah.
97?
Yeah.
Knights down and end up winning.
Yeah.
Mate, never say never. So maybe next week you might be able to give us a call back and we can talk about the result.
I hope so. All I'm hoping for is a close game.
Yeah.
Mm. I'm hoping for a physical game, like a physical, one of the games that stand out for me is when the Roosters and Souths played that game. I loved that game when they, Victor got sent off and this bloke got sent off. Oh, mate, if it's something like that, I'm going to get me popcorn and me beer, and I'm not going to move from the TV. Mate, it'll be an epic game, and all the best of both teams, and may the best team win, I suppose. Yeah, no, I don't think it will, but time will tell. But hopefully that's answered your question for your champion, and you're in the draw for caller of the week, and we'll soon find out.
Mate.
Thanks, champion. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Same to you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks for your call.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, caller number 4. Who we got there?
Well, hello, Dina.
Hello, Terence. How are you? Simon, sorry.
Hey.
Sorry.
How could you get Terence mixed up with Simon?
Oh,
Simon?
yeah. Oh, sorry.
And Spinner just had a mouthful too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it wasn't you.
Well, you had it out.
No, he swallowed it this time.
Oh,
Good
God.
boy.
Anyway, how are you? How are you, mate?
I'm just sitting here playing with myself.
Yeah. Sorry?
Say again.
I'm playing with myself on the Xbox.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
What are you playing?
I'm playing cricket.
Yeah.
What was it? Cricket?
Cricket with a bat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm.
Is that Shane Warne cricket?
No, new one. You're a gamer, are you?
Oh, he's something that rhymes with that, anyway.
You like to have a bat, don't you?
Are you batting or are you bowling?
Oh, well.
Hey, Simon, is it on a sticky wicket?
That's personal.
What?
Anyway, what's your question for us there, champion?
Well, I only just recently caught the news about Tonga not doing international duties. And the NRL was going to examine that sort of thing.
Oh, righto. Yeah, I did hear
about probing Kalen.
Probing Kalen.
I did hear he's pulled out and then wanting to concentrate on the Knights, but
So he's been probed and then he pulled out.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks like the NRL wants to investigate that for some reason.
Oh, right, okay.
News to us.
Am I breaking news to you?
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe.
Breaking news.
Breaking news there.
Hmm.
Well, goodness me.
Yes. The probing and the pulling out.
Yeah.
Is that the Silver Fox here?
Yes, I'm here this week. I was away.
Welcome back. We missed you.
Thanks, Simon. Missed you too, mate.
I'm sure you did.
Not as much as Chris does, but yeah.
Yeah, you all say that, but I know the truth.
Yeah, no, it's a shame you're not over this neck of the woods because we've got our annual go-kart race on next week.
Yes.
Next week. You could have got in a cart.
Yes, I'm not sure about that. Terence does all the driving.
Oh, okay.
How is the Terence Tao going?
Terence Tao is fine, but he's out again with Theodore.
Oh,
Again?
no. Yes.
You're not getting jealous, are you?
No, but I am talking his foot now.
Oh, wait. How'd you go with the rash?
The doctor said it was nothing to worry about, but I'm not convinced.
Time and penicillin will get rid of
You
it.
didn't hear about that. Gaz didn't hear about
No.
Hey, there's a
No, Terence had a strange rash around his bottom.
last week.
It was a bit of thrush.
No, it wasn't
Oh.
thrush.
I don't know what it was, but I am a little bit wary about Theodore's sister. His last name. P-S-I-S-T-E-R.
Speaking of rashes and stuff, the big ginger cat. He's he's coming to the go-karts and he's put a challenge out to Boat Ramp Corey and Christopher.
Well, if I could run up to rack, I would.
Yeah, well, he's put a challenge out, and whoever comes up the rear, whoever comes first, well,
You put your foot in that one.
the other two will have to do a challenge that. Well, okay, just for example, say the big ginger cat wins, he has to allocate a challenge to the other two.
Are you going to drive up? Going to drive up Chris's bottom again?
No, I mounted Corey.
Oh, that's right. You're going to mount Corey again.
He's going to try.
No, it was pretty easy. Even Porsche lapped him.
It was quite a fun video last time. I can't wait to see the next one.
Yeah, no, it was good. Corey done well too. The funny part was, I'll tell you what, was Big Camo.
Yeah.
He couldn't drive a duck to water.
Oh, anyway, well, I'm not sure if Camp's coming this one or not, but yeah, we will be videoing it. A lot of the sponsors will be there. Hopefully
Wonderful.
Peter Mattauti, and that's still coming. Maybe Brody might be coming. I'm not sure yet.
Now, as you know, it is our grand final week here in Tura.
Yep.
Are you on the Swans?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I'm on the wife, but yeah, I'm going for the Swans.
Swans, mate, all the way.
Have you named for her?
Yeah, the Swans. I don't know who plays. Actually, there's a local
Brisbane.
boy.
Yeah, Isaac Keaney.
Isaac Keaney.
Isaac
plays for
Kearney
Swans.
Plays for him.
He's quite a player. Handsome young man.
You like that sport, don't you, Simon? You like jumping on backs.
Well, back front. I mean, the beautiful thing about that game is you can be from any angle.
You can.
You never know when you're going to come from where.
Yep. And that's all more excitement about it, isn't it?
Do you like the uniforms?
Rough and tumble.
Do you like their uniforms better than the NRL?
Yeah, the tied shorts, the Warwick Kappa.
You know what? I prefer the league outfits more.
Yeah.
Why's that?
It shows those bulgy biceps better.
Oh, you mean like Fisher Harris?
No, I don't care about me.
Yeah, have you seen the size of his bloody Warwick Kappas?
I'm sure you have.
Yeah, he's got bigger arms than Corey's head.
Well, that's not hard either. Corey in head.
But nah. Anyway, I was going to say something to you there, but nah. So yeah, go the Swans. Yeah, it'll be interesting. But yeah, we'll put up some footage of the go-kart challenge, and yeah, there might be some interesting to see what the Ginger Cat or whoever wins or loses what they get up to.
Give him my love.
The Ginger Cat.
Yes, and if he's not very nice, I'm going to give his number to Theodore sister.
Oh.
Just on that kind of stuff, Simon, I went to the doctor's the other day, had a bit of a sore bottom. And
Where's this going?
You're leaving yourself open here.
The doctor says, "Where's it hurt?" I said, "Around the entrance." He said, "Well, that's it right there."
That's not funny, Gary.
It's an exit, not an entrance.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. On that
You know
note,
what? I went to the doctor once, and the doctor said, Simon, you're going to have to help playing with yourself. And I said, why?
Because
And
I'm
he
trying
said-
to examine you.
Because I'm examining you, yes.
yeah, Gary's been there before. Anyway, mate, thanks for your call. Hopefully, for your
Gary
sake,
likes
go the
doctors.
Swans.
Send our love to Theodore Fister.
Terrence.
No.
No?
No, Theodore's being naughty and taking away my towel.
Oh, anyway.
So it's a takeover towel.
Yeah, we'll talk to you next week. If the Swans win, we'll get you to call us back.
No.
All the best to your team this weekend. Go the Storm.
Thank you.
And go the Knights girls.
Oh, yes.
And hopefully Theodore comes back, Terrence comes back in one piece.
I don't know which, but I hope so too. Oh, and happy birthday, Christopher.
Thank you.
And it's
His
Yeah,
wedding
anniversary.
anniversary too.
their wedding anniversary, and it's Portia's birthday on the weekend.
Was Portia's birthday? Happy birthday, Portia.
Yeah.
And Chris, hope you are able to mount your lovely wife.
You have to get in line for Corey in the corridor.
Okay, I'm going.
Thanks, champion.
Bye, Simon.
Bye, Simon.
Bye.
Right.
How come every time Simon rings, we get off on a look like we're not even on the show?
Yes.
Get off on all these tangents.
And we've got to be careful and realise that some of the stuff that comes comes out the wrong way. Anyway, who are we going to give a call of the week to?
Taj.
Taj?
I don't mind the Storm guy.
He's going to go Storm.
I'll let you
You know
because I'm
Taj.
going to,
You know Taj.
yeah. Yeah.
All right, we'll throw it to Taj.
Yeah.
All right, Taj, you are caller of the week. We'll take a short break and come back and with a few more. All right, guys. Time for Seamless Tuesday, which is not a lot there this week.
Sweet.
No, short and sweet.
Well,
Prelim
yeah.
finals.
It was
Storm Roosters.
Storm Roosters.
Storm have won the last 10 game against the Roosters, guys. And the Roosters have lost their last 3 games at Amy. So
Not looking
it's
good
a hard
for
task. Hard task.
I mean,
for
little-
me.
Your little lover boy Harry's 100th game.
yeah. And Roosters Spencer Lina will play his 100th NRL game as well.
Oh,
Yep.
this is where, this is where I don't like the NRL system. This shouldn't be played at Melbourne. No disrespect to Melbourne, and the other one shouldn't be played at Allianz. They all should be played at one stadium. First round, first and whatever home semi, 100% agree with it. After that, every final game should be played in the same stadium.
Yep.
So, okay, on the weekend, you could have had a double header.
2 games.
So wouldn't say if you got and I've thought about this as well. So what if you've got this and the other games, Brisbane, North Queensland, or you got Titans, Cowboys,
That's their problem.
and Brisbane and Dolphins.
It's their
And you have it
problem.
in Sydney.
Yeah, they still get the
Yeah.
numbers. People
Yeah.
still go. I mean, if they go, but we got to travel. Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, that's your problem.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean that disrespectfully, but that's a part and parcel of being in the game.
Yeah.
I just think it should be. You get your first home semi, yeah. After that, it goes to rugby league headquarters. It's like Magic Round. We want to go to Magic Round, we've got to travel. I just think that's how it's always been. I know it changes, but I'd like to see it go about it that way. That's my opinion.
If they had both the 2 games on at one place,
I'd feel it.
the amount of Storm players and Roosters players, then you've got the Panthers, then the Sharks. There'd be no seats left.
Yeah.
But there'd be a lot of people that won't be able to buy seats.
Yeah, but
If you got on 2 days,
if you have it at, say, like, what's the Olympic Stadium called now?
Acor.
Acor. Have it at there. If plenty of room.
how many seats?
Oh, what's that? 80,000, 90,000?
90,000.
You know the sad part is AFL will get that for out the back at Curry game.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying earlier about AFL.
Yeah.
NRL needs to change it. Otherwise, they're going to take over us. I'm telling you. Well, another thing would have been to have. Okay, I'll just use the Sydney ground for example. You have it at Parramatta Stadium. What's that? What's it called? Combank.
Combank.
And you have them first, and you have one of the women's games on first.
Yeah.
One, the women get exposure that they need, and you have like the two for the price of one. You know what I mean? Like you put the tickets up slightly, but you know the girls get the exposure that they want, and it's a full day out.
Yeah.
They have one on Saturday, one on Sunday.
Yeah. I don't see why they don't put the women's game before the men's on the Saturday night, because it's played at Allianz on the Sunday, standalone. Knights and Roosters.
It's ridiculous. Absolute ridiculous. And it's about ratings. Well, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Well, one, they'll get more people there because they're not going to get that many at the Roosters Knights game. Let's be real.
Yeah. Hopefully 10,000.
Yeah, hopefully. But, okay, you put it before Penrith. Probably get about 30,000.
Yeah.
Anyway. Storm for me.
Storm.
I hope it's a close one, but
But in saying that too, I'm picking Storm. But I don't know, there's just this sinking feeling that the Roosters could come and upset, but I don't think it's going to. But if it did, I wouldn't go, oh my God. You know what I mean? But I still think the Storm will be too good.
Yeah.
Bellamy 11 switched on.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
100%. And being down there in Melbourne.
Yeah.
It's definitely so Storm for me. Then Penrith Sharks.
Cameron McGuinness doesn't look banged up.
That was pre-season photo.
all the makeup.
Penrith won 7 of the last 8 games against the Sharks. The Sharks have been outscored 17-0 in the past 2 clashes. So it's a big stat there so far, isn't it?
I mean, like, taking my little Penrith out of the equation, but I'd like to see Penrith go through at least. If they can't win the grand final, at least get there, because it would be good for Fish and Luai to go out, you know, like that. And even to just make the grand final for 4 years in a row, that's a pretty big achievement.
100%. Well, this would be their 5th grand final in a row, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'll tell you what, love him or hate him, come full time on that game, if they get there, or even this weekend, if they lose, heaven forbid it doesn't happen or I'm moving out, it'll be sad to see Fish. That's it. I know he's going, the Warriors will still soon, but I know it just doesn't seem right. I know it's right for him and his family, but you know, you just see this player in this one club, and mate, to be honest, even down there at the Penrith game the other week, there was some pretty emotional people there.
Yeah.
Let's go by milestones, boys, while we're touched on. Nico Hynes will make his 100th NRL appearance. And
Good on him.
Isaiah Yeo will break the club's all-time appearance record of 243 first-grade games for Penrith, beating Steve Carter.
Has there been I can't say better player because they're all in their different categories, but
consistently good.
yeah.
Consistent. He's consistent.
He's a workhorse.
Would you say he'd go as far as being in the Hall of Fame one day?
For Penrith, yeah.
Absolutely.
For the whole league?
Yep.
I reckon he would.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
I think, I'm not saying he'd be an immortal.
No.
Because that's not going to happen, but
No.
the Hall of Fame, I reckon.
Still pretty good achievement.
Oh, 100%. It's a bit, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me, but Paul Harrigan hasn't even made the Hall of Fame, has he?
He'd be in the Knights one, surely.
You'd have to.
But I mean the NRL Hall of Fame. I find that
Embarrassing.
ridiculous, absolute ludicrous. Anyway, well, one, I know where my bread's buttered and I want to live for the next couple of weeks, so Penrith for me, but I also think they should be too strong. But they can't come out and go, we're going to beat.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll get their pants pulled down.
I think Cronulla paid their finals last week.
Yeah.
They played really well.
They did.
Unless they're really fit.
Yeah.
But, you know,
And like Storm, Penrith had a week off as well. So.
Yeah.
They'll be nice and fresh and gives Cleary another week off for that shoulder.
Yeah, well, and if he comes out and plays like he did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Penrith are also aiming for their 11th straight finals win as well, so it'll be an all-time record.
Panthers for me, but I hope it's a close game.
Yeah.
Panthers.
All right, get into the goals quickly as well.
It's a good game.
Sorry, I've done them back to front, but the Roosters up against our Mighty Knights. My Mighty Knights. pretty good side on both sides, really.
Yep.
I think the likes of Newcastle's 8 through to 13 have to stand up and match it with, the Amber Hall and Millie Boyle. And our bench too.
Millie Elliott.
Our bench is a key as well.
They've dropped Evie Jones and brought that Vienna Teneo in for the Knights.
Not sure why that. She's been playing pretty good, hasn't
Yeah, I thought that too.
I'll take the Knights, but there's got to be 3 key things for the Knights to win. Clydesdale has to be the wrecking ball again.
Yeah.
And I reckon the bench as well with Pettibone.
Yeah.
She was a machine.
That's a good bench the
week.
Knights have got there. Maynard, Romanak, Pettibone, Freddie Bron, and Tiana.
Kapani's doing good things as well up front.
But that Taylor Pettibone, she was a wrecking ball last week.
Yeah.
Like, she's dragging 6 girls over the try line to score a try. Like, she shouldn't have got that down. That, and I also think Jesse Southall's got to stand up this week.
Yeah.
With the with the boot as well.
Yeah.
And also a key is number 1.
Yeah.
To make her up to. So,
Knights for me. Anyone that's got Tamika is
I'd say,
got a good head start.
I want to say something here quickly too. As you've probably seen at the start of the show, Portia got a message from Tamika Upton this week.
No.
Thanks to Chris, got in contact with someone at the Knights and spoke to Tamika, and knew that obviously she's met Portia and knows Portia with a sign, and obviously sent her a message, said happy birthday Portia, yeah, thanks for your support. So tell you what, she didn't have to.
Yeah,
but she did.
Well done, Tamika.
And you don't hear all the good things, but I tell you what, the Knights need to wrap this guy up for our club forever.
Yeah.
Because kids look up to her a lot. Look at Portia.
Yeah.
Portia loves going and watching girls now because of Tamika as well. So she didn't have to do it and did it and bought. And I'll tell you what, she hasn't seen it yet, but she'll be bringing a massive smile to that girl's face on her birthday.
I'm going to
So
bring it to you too.
it wouldn't surprise me. So anyway,
Knights for me.
Gaz, Knights,
mate. Anyone with Tamika.
Cos.
Oh, look, I'm going the Knights too, but I don't think Newcastle are a one-man team.
No, if she's in there.
Yeah.
If she's out, it's sort of...
There's some class.
Like
There's some class all over the park there.
Yeah, she's just...
It's going to be a good game.
She's the orchestra.
Yeah.
She conducts it all. She's, the Broncos and the Sharks. I don't think the Sharks are going to be into this one at all from the kick-off, to be honest. Ali Brigginshaw on that. Yeah, they have.
Both teams of form have gone, like, one's gone forward, one's gone backwards coming into the season.
But you wouldn't be surprised if in finals that things change.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's going to be an upset.
Good, but I think I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
Finals, anything can happen. But look, you look at the Broncos there as well. Ali Brigginshaw, Teitzel.
Ferguson and Dam.
Yeah, I reckon the Broncos for me. Gaz?
Yeah, Broncos.
Adam?
Broncos
it is. And that's our games for this week. Pretty good.
It was like, say, when I didn't get to see a lot of the footy, watch the girls, they got up, they played the ball back with their foot.
Yeah.
Every men's game I watched,
I thought that too.
And
they're just rolling it back.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you that Belinda Sharp is a very, very, very good referee.
Oh, 100%. I said this, I was talking this other week to the crazy lady. She's phenomenal. Like, to be honest, I think she's probably the best female referee in the game, obviously.
Yeah.
And she could handle a men's game like that.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, Casey Badger's good.
Yeah.
But I think she's more suited to the bunker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think she's got some.
Oh, I said something to her there, walking upstairs that day. I said, "Should have you?" She goes, "Excuse me." I said, "No, you would have got that call right." She goes, "Oh, right,
Yeah.
But Anyways, well, that's us for this week.
Yeah.
Our competition winners.
Competition?
Yes. So this week's winners, guys, we got Jeremy Sullivan and Marie Chucky Lees. Yeah.
Cool.
So Only 2 weeks left.
2 weeks left.
And get a
Two people are going to walk away with a fridge of their choice.
That's right. And when do we announce that? The grand final show, was it?
Yeah, and actually it will be the week after. Because, you could enter it at the grand final.
Grand final. Yep.
So,
okay. Yep.
Anyone else got any news?
Only sad part is we can't enter in it.
Unfortunately. But
Go the Pickers this weekend.
Go the Pickers this weekend, yeah.
3 teams in grand final, boys and girls. So all the best.
Anyway, a big shout out to the Ants this week too. I got their presentation night.
Friday night.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to make.
Yep. Sure, the boys can hold it up.
But yeah, next year for sure, definitely. But obviously, you've got all of our support behind them.
Yep. And we've got the Brady Piece and Nines too, the 12th of October. The draws for that have just come out today as well, so looking forward to that. Hopefully.
Don't forget the jersey too.
And the jersey.
Signed jersey. You can win.
Nights.
On our Don't forget me tickets.
On the Ants Facebook, Aberglass and Ants Facebook page, we've got that advertised, and we'll share that out again too. They're $5 a ticket or 5 for 20. It's a 2024 signed and framed Knights jersey.
So, anyway, guys, until next week.
It's all about league.
Good night. Yeah. All right,
imagine if Terry and Simon were here. Oh, they'd be chasing you, Chris.
Corey would ask if they got double carts.
Jenna?
Yeah.
Tolls? Oh, that was a cheer.
Come on.
Go the dog.
Yeah, green.
Oi, yeah. Oi. So,
Chicken wing.